Oh, it's cooked. Is it muted? All right. Welcome back to week 3 of C3. I'm joined here by Basically and Chief Not Sober. And how are y'all doing?
We're doing good. How are you?
Doing great, doing great. Minus
Cannot
or that is
complain.
true. Blame Dayton.
What did I do? Bro, we just
Messed-
started. We're already doing
Yeah,
this?
you messed up the intro. I don't know what to tell
What's
you.
up? Mark messed it up. Bang. Bang. One up for me. One up for the fat guy.
Don't start. It ain't gonna stop once you start it.
All right, so let's get into this first topic. We're gonna talk about week 2 and reflect on that. How do y'all think week 2 went for most teams?
I don't have the schedule pulled up. I didn't see what happened.
Ah,
Well,
GG's.
I do know Charlotte had a bye, so they swept
Sub-
bye. So I mean, they did pretty good
surprisingly,
there.
BYE.
Yeah.
surprisingly,
We
honestly,
played Duke. Kind of went how we all figured it was gonna go. No offense to Duke, but
get the
it's
brooms
just
out.
the different rosters. Who else played? Who else played?
I did like the game between Wake Tech and Wilmington. It went to Game 5. It was actually I saw Wilmington's new third. I'm blanking on his name. He popped off. I thought he had a really great performance.
Slug.
Yeah, Slug. He
Mm,
popped
Yeah,
off.
he was going crazy. He had 4 goals in that first game. That kid was insane. Um,
we were not prepared for this. I need the
Okay, well, I know Lander also played, and as
yeah,
expected, they swept Pembroke. I
3-0.
mean, we could have seen that a mile away. No disrespect, just Lander's a great team.
State took a game off Clemson.
Oh, really?
I was kind of hoping Elon could have taken a game off of USC, but that's high hopes, I guess. I'm not sure how. Dang, Nate's already calling us washed, bro. Does he not realize that his team's gonna get 3-0'd when they have to play ECUA?
Real.
Like, what are we doing? Chip two talking in chat. But what were some of like the takeaways y'all saw for like if you watched over VOD or anything from? I want to go over like Slug. Did y'all watch that series back or anything?
Yeah, I watched I think I watched game 3, 4, and 5. I mean, he
Mm-hmm.
was everywhere on defense. I think it was game 4 or 5. He had like 3 squishy saves in like the last like minute and a half. Like, I didn't think he was going to be like popping off like that, but bro cooked. He came to the
Hey, love to
table.
see it. Especially with bringing on a new guy. You haven't really played too many games. It's really nice to see your new guy coming in and popping off and helping you guys at least take it to game 5. Not getting swept.
Yeah, I mean it was unfortunate the outcome of losing, but I think that Wilmington has a lot of like promise in their future with how they played against Wake Tech because I know y'all lost to them what 3-1, 3-2.
We don't talk about that, but yeah.
Yeah, we don't talk about that.
All right,
If
we'll
we
skip over that one.
if our team had any type of attention span when we jump into a league match, then I think we would play a lot better. But we get maybe like a game up or like a goal up, and then we're just, yo, I'm up, yo, pass it forward, I'm off the ceiling. Yeah, it's cooked. It's
So
so
y'all just
cooked,
start
so cooked.
chalking it after getting 1 goal up?
Oh, you should have seen. Oh, you saw how the Duke game went. We scored like 1 or 2 goals. Jack started pre-jumping.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I saw Jack. He was going
I
stupid off
had
the pre-jump.
7 demos in game 2 and had 98 points going into the final minute.
He just admitted to being carried. That's crazy.
I was going for demos.
I
I was going
mean,
for demos. I
we
don't know what
we
to tell
were
you.
starting a movement, the Chief Bench movement.
Oh, it gained some traction after that one. Trust me.
I know.
This is crazy. This is
He's not.
crazy.
He's not the captain anymore. He can't keep himself on the field. I can.
I can
I can draw.
I can I can delete this whole server, and then there's no more Wiki rocking it. You wanna play that?
I
Man,
mean,
disappointed.
I think Brett could do a pretty good job in replacing Tyler. That's just
Well,
me though.
So
we
then,
did
how's the
take.
gold team doing?
Hey, we
Yeah,
don't
how
talk
are
about
they?
goal team. We're still working out some stuff, okay? We're tweaking it. I mean, we're trying our best to say the least, and we're probably going to end dead last. But besides that, I just want to get back to the point of Nate needs to find a way to get UNCW and ECU on stream. I think he's a little nervous and didn't put y'all on stream for a reason.
Who and who? Us and who?
UNCW.
Oh,
Oh
I thought we
yeah.
were on stream with them.
I don't
I
think
thought we
so.
were.
I think we
Because I
might
remember
be.
talking to him last week. When do y'all play him?
Week after we play UNCC, I think, and then
Yeah.
we play USC, then UNCC, then them, and then
Mm-hmm.
NC State's our last game, unless we're missing one.
Okay, so yeah, you do play on stream then, because it's starting at 9 o'clock on that day.
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
6 on stream.
See, and personally, I think that's gonna be a sweep unless Slug pops off again like he did. Because I got Driptane's number. And I'm calling him out right now, bro.
Hey,
I actually
you.
know where he lives, so I'm gonna
He
poison
was
his
in here
water
a minute
supply
ago,
before the
so.
game.
Oh, there he is. Oh, defend your honor. Defend your honor, Ben. He doesn't think you're gonna do it.
Who said that?
Driptane.
Driptane, like every time we play each other in 6-mans, who gets swept and who's the one sweeping? That's all I'm gonna say, dog.
But what are teams when y'all play 6-man is the question.
I've swept him
Me-
with like a champ 3 on my team.
That's true.
That is.
Now he might have swept me at some point, but I don't remember it, so it didn't happen personally.
Oh, also, I'm gonna just say this here as we're reflecting on week 2. Please make sure you guys upload your replay files after the games are over. I think Nate had like 4 games where people didn't upload replay files.
I was getting
So
harassed.
I'm gonna try and
for,
get
like-
I'm gonna try and get that out there now so people in the stream remember for
I was
this
harassed for
week.
24 hours straight. Every minute of that day, I was told to upload the replays to somebody, and then I sent them to Nate. No, and make sure you upload them to League OS, because sending them to Nate is not okay. Apparently,
I will say though, you were asked like 4 times and you told Ben 4 times that you would send them and then forgot, and then I saw a message at like 5 or 6 in the morning the next day and you said you finally sent them.
it was 6 a.m.
So
Hold on, that was a long night. Let's see if I have anything. Hold on.
he said I get DM'd enough. So sending them to Nate is a big no-no since he already gets enough DMs.
Yeah, I got trash that night. Well, not that trash, but I didn't go to bed till like 7:30 in the morning,
Oh, well,
which was
thanks
not
for
great.
ECU's former captain representing us well, baby.
Yes,
Hey.
sir.
What's my name? Say my name.
All right, so we're gonna go to the next topic of power rankings and which teams have moved in those power rankings. I don't. Do we have? Okay, so we're just gonna kind of go off. Okay. So I'll say teams trending up are obviously USC, UNCC. Honest,
Lander, yeah.
Lander. I didn't really
Lander.
know that they were that good of a team this year.
But yeah, so you don't.
They
They have like
is
a
Clemson
rank.
2-0.
They have a really good team.
What did
But
you say, Tyler?
Is Clemson 2-0? Is that your answer?
I want
yeah,
to say yes.
they
The
are.
current top
Yeah.
5 is definitely got to be like
It-
USD, UNC. No particular order. I'm just naming teams right now. UNCC, USC, Clemson, Wake Tech, and Lander right now. I can't even put us
Yeah.
in there because we lost to Wake Tech week 1.
Yeah,
But
that
still new team. They've been playing for I don't even know how long. They're ranked demons. They play together all the time, so can't hate on their double committing chem.
that's insane.
Sounds like
So, say if you knew they double commit a lot, why didn't you like break that down in the game?
It was a long. I don't know. It was just a
easier
weird
said than
series.
done.
I
Yeah,
mean,
it
that
was a
is true.
weird series.
Panda says they're like that though.
I mean, Onset's a baller. I will
Yeah,
say
I'll
that.
give it to him. Onset has improved a lot since the last time I've seen him play. He has gotten much better. He's been hitting those training packs. I'll say it. I'll be honest.
What about Deadsy?
I mean, he's the
Bot.
same Deadsy. He's just a solid. Did you just call him a bot?
What? No.
I was just gonna be honest. He's a consistently good player, but
Yeah,
okay.
no.
Who's their third man?
Flick fillet.
Flick fillet.
Oh, that's right. Okay.
Yeah.
Lander outshot UNCP by 26. Let's go.
Oh my god.
Let's go look at that.
Hey, whoa. Put some respect on Pembroke. Wait, you said Pembroke, right? Or Elon?
Yeah, Pembroke.
Pembroke.
Oh, I mean, they're
Hey, they're
1-1. Don't disrespect them that bad. At least they're not
who'd they
0-2.
beat? Who'd they beat?
Who did they beat?
I almost want to
Probably
say
Elon or
They
Duke.
beat BYE. They beat BYE.
they,
That's why they're
they,
1-1.
I love my
Oh
Pembroke boys.
man. I think we need to get a update in the stats where BYE doesn't count as a win.
No, I think it's chill as a win. Give everyone a free, so no one could go 0 and whatever 8.
Oh, I also heard through the grapevine that UNCW needs a win today. Like, absolutely needs a win.
They
Needs a
are
win.
0
Because
They are 0-2.
yeah, if they don't win, they don't make LAN. And so, who are they
my-
playing today? Let's go look at that. Duke. Oh, never mind. Okay, y'all are safe for another week.
That's foul.
Yeah, that's right. Because there are Duke's on stream again for 3 weeks in a row.
Main character energy, I guess.
I guess it's also just getting stomped on main character energy. But that's besides the point. um, but what do you? So y'all said the top 5 right now in like no particular order is Clemson, USC, UNCC, Wake Tech, and Lander.
Lander.
Definitely.
If you had to make like a specific order, what would you make it?
I can't differentiate from UNCC and USC yet because I haven't been able to see UNCC play with their new third, and I haven't
Mhm,
gotten to play a full series against USC this season yet.
mhm.
So depending on how our games go against them, then I'll be able to play or set a pretty good standard. Same thing with Lander. I haven't seen their new third play, but I think they're top 3 at the moment. Like all 3 of them are the top 3. Um, Behind them are probably Clemson, then Wake Tech. I'll put Wake Tech at 5. But the top 3 is definitely like you can throw them up.
I think I'm
And
putting my bad, but I think I'm putting Charlotte 1. Honestly, I might get some hate from SJT, but I might put Lander at 2. I might put USC at
Mm,
3, just because I know, like, me and Jack, we played some private twos against 2 of their guys.
mhm.
I mean, they're ballers. Let's be real. So are USC, but I think they might be better. I'd have to see more of them though. Number 4, I'm putting Wake Tech 4, Clemson 5.
You
respectable.
said
It's respectable.
okay. Yeah, I was thinking because I mean, we've all seen USC play, but it was against one of the bottom teams, so it wasn't really like a good showing of what they can do. It was
Mhm.
like what Tyler said. You can't really differentiate USC and Clemson right now. Maybe we can get like somebody can send their replay files for their games tonight. Just see like, or well, I guess it doesn't matter for replay files because we'll see who wins at the end of the day. But
That is true.
that'll be a pretty good match. Who do y'all got in that one?
Wait, who versus who?
U-
USC versus
USC
Clemson?
and Charlotte.
Oh, USC and Charlotte. They're playing tonight,
Yeah,
and it's on stream.
or not tonight, but they play October. Oh, they rescheduled to October 1st. This
So
is their
next
week 3
Tuesday.
match, though. Yeah.
Okay, so that should be on stream. That's gonna be a good game to watch.
I'm saying I'm giving 2 outcomes of that. Either Charlotte wins, I'm gonna say 3-1, and that's if Lazy pops off, because I think Lazy is the one who can really do a lot of damage. Because I haven't seen the third, but we know what Lazy can do. Pogo on Chief. But
Don't forget the double tap. The
I
pogo double tap.
touched the ball. You saw it in the replay. You want to know who I'm gonna blame for that? I'm gonna blame Nate specifically for that one.
I mean,
because we weren't on LAN servers. So we were all on like 30 something ping. And if I had 6 ping or 5 ping or whatever, I swear to you, I would have touched it. Fine, I blame UNCW, not you. Whatever. I blame somebody else that's not myself because I totally touched that ball. You can see it on the replay.
so
As
you're
for it
saying you
going in,
touched
I
the
don't know.
ball.
I did touch the ball. You can watch the
Well,
replay.
the
You can watch the clip.
replay in the Worlds of Rocket League, I mean, it showed Atomic hitting that ball and it still went towards his net. So,
That's fair enough. That's
I mean, it happens to the best of us. So,
call me Atomic. I don't know what to tell you.
well, you're not that good, so
Yeah,
we won't
yeah,
call you
you're
that.
nowhere near that good.
All right. I'll take it
But
from Ben, but I'm not taking it from a GC1 peak.
Don't disrespect the GC1, okay?
but as I was saying, I'd say if Lazy can't like really pop off, I think USC takes it in game 5 because I think USC got a little bit of that dog in them, just a
Mhm,
little bit.
mhm.
All right, all right.
It could go either
Yeah.
way, depending on the day. I would ask Dayton, but he doesn't know anything about Rocket League. He's just here.
Very true. I'm not very good at Rocket League.
He
Like Tyler
definitely
said,
said earlier before we got into this, he was talking about uninstalling because quote unquote, I can't say quote unquote because I don't want swear jar, but I am they're terrible.
they were terrible. They were selling me.
No,
But
you said you were terrible
oh, yeah.
and that you were going to uninstall.
Yeah. That was bad. Nate just sent through the stat sheet for last week, if y'all want to pull that
Finally.
up.
Yeah, where?
About time.
He pinged us in
Resources?
Discord.
Okay.
Yeah. Uh I didn't know, but Benson basically got offensive player of the week.
And I wasn't even in the player. Why am I not in the player of the week poll? That's crazy.
That
Why did I
that's
have 0 goals?
because you
you're
were not
garbage.
doing anything. I mean, you were missing open nets left and right.
Yo, check my
So,
demos. Check my demos though. Highest in the week. What y'all know about it?
do you want a cookie?
I do. I know you do.
Well, bro, I swear you bring up Harris Teeter cookies every week in some way. Yeah.
Wait, how? Wait, how did Ben not get it? Or player of the week? Because you
Yeah,
had
I have
going off
more
of like
goals. I have more goals,
going off of
assists. Nate screwed me.
It wasn't Nate.
MVP.
That was me. I
Nate.
unfortunately did not put you in there.
And this is, you know what? I'm not gonna go there. Not on
All
stream.
right. Let's
That
talk
that
about
was
I want to talk. I want to talk about some the goal percentages. Let's see. We had NC State for week 2 averaged 0.5 and 0.5 goals per game. So they average 1 goal per game split between 2 people.
Who did they play?
NC State, I don't
They played
hold on,
Clemson. Yeah, they played
probably.
Clemson. Hell, I mean
Well, going off the thing, Clemson
their
averaged
shots were they
2 to
averaged 6
3,
shots.
outshot them 3-1, or goals anyway.
I mean, it's not too bad. You're playing a higher rated team. If Clemson cooked them like that, then UNCP is done for. Well,
But they
I'm
already
the
got
UNCP captain.
they got the BYE win, so I mean they're still a
Yeah,
little
y'all are
safe.
in the win column right now. Y'all got to win. I mean, Duke's gonna have a win eventually, unless they don't have a bye. If you just want to pull up the stat sheet and just like, what games do y'all want to look at? I don't really. I feel like the Wake Tech Wilmington one we could,
Yeah,
Yeah.
that'd be a good one to look at.
because that was like the closest one. Wait, so y'all said it was Flick Fillet? Wait, no, Flick Fillet's with who?
Wait, Tech.
Not Wilmington
Wait, Tech.
or
It's
Wake Tech.
just
It's
Oh, so his name is.
overloaded auto.
Oh, okay. So his in-game name is different from everything else.
Yeah, I guess so.
Okay.
He
Okay.
cooked low key.
11
Yeah,
goals.
11 goals. 20 shots. Jeez. This kid was going insane. I mean, then you look at I thought Slug was doing really well. He had that hot first game and it was kind of like he kind of petered off a little bit.
I mean, he
mean-
still outscored the other two, and he
Can we
out.
talk about the shot differential real quick?
Oh my word!
Yeah, 14, 12, 8 to 20, 13, and 15. That's insane.
Can you not do quick math, Tyler?
We're
How about
ECU
you do it?
students. We can't
It's
do math.
48 to 34, but okay.
Whatever. Hold on. I can't. Oh wait.
Aren't you a business major?
I just realized I can. If you're on the stat sheet, if you drag across, it says sum at the bottom right. So yeah, I could have just done that.
Why don't we talk
48 to 30.
about the shot differential in the amazing Duke versus ECU series? I outshot their whole team.
I think
Oh
it's
my god,
impressive
yeah,
that
you
you can
did.
take 11 shots with 0 goals all
Yeah, I
series.
mean that now everybody can know where our offense dies. Like 0 for
Can we
11.
talk?
I
Can we
went
talk
8
about
for
the fact that
16.
Can we talk about the fact that I had the most assists on the team though? So therefore, my shots were doing some type of something to get y'all some goals.
You said, okay, Tyler. It was Duke. The net's open half the time.
All right, dude. You play them and
And you
tell
can
me
just
if you beat
throw it
them.
off the backboard, and it's okay. ECU self-glazing as usual. Okay, you're the one
What
that
do you
didn't want to
expect?
come
There's
on
three of
stream
us.
today, Nate.
Yeah, what do you expect? There's three of us.
Like like what? Am I gonna glaze Wilmington for losing?
Yeah, we already glazed Slug. That man was going
Oh
insane.
no.
Yeah, well, Slug
Oh no.
cooked.
Slug was going insane that game one. I wish I could have saw like him do more. I will say, but I
Well,
think Wake just kind of got their feet going or feet under them and figured it out.
Can we talk about the NC State Clemson game real quick? They outscored them 4-12.
Hmm.
That's kind of crazy.
I mean, y'all already played them in CCS, so I don't expect much from that team.
I expected more from Ventus at the very least, because he's definitely like the carry of the team from what I've seen. Should
Did
be
y'all? Was
glazed.
he playing when y'all played him
yeah,
in CCS?
yeah.
I
I
don't
don't know.
remember.
I think Axtron's a pretty solid player too. I'd say Ventus is their best player, but I don't think it's
Yeah,
by a huge amount.
right. No, I
Hmm.
get that.
Are they all kind of similar in MMR?
I have no idea.
I couldn't tell
Oh,
you. They're all.
I'm sure.
I'd say I think they're all around like the. I don't know if any of them are Champ 3, but I'm saying like Champ 3, like high GC, low GC2 range. I think I don't know. It's like a solid team, but they don't have any like star like standout players.
Massa is talking about Pepe having 7 assists, ultimate playmaker.
I do see that.
I mean, that is true. He did set up his team. I mean, when your teammates have 1 and 1 assists and then you have 7, he was putting in that work. Tyler, on the other hand,
Whew.
11 shots, 0 goals.
Old
But
team player talking.
so, I think we should go off of what Pac said and talk about the top players of the week. And
MVP being repeat offensive player of the week being basically my man, and defensive player being Otik, who is on Elon with
Fair enough.
2.33 saves average. How many saves did he have in total? Hold on. It's 7 saves in total, which isn't bad. It's really not
no,
bad at all.
there wasn't really much. There wasn't really many game. Oh, I mean, Cataclysm had
Duke,
9.
if you look at Duke's saves as well, Campbell Soup and Pigs and Sheep had 7 and 6 saves respectively.
Mm,
And then if you go over to the NC State Clemson game, Cataclysm had 9.
yeah, there's always
Dude,
there's always a couple games where somebody's getting blown out, but the other team has like a ton of saves
I
combined,
think
or one
I
player
think
just like goes crazy.
UNCW had the most saves all week with 23. Yeah, it's definitely
Yeah,
looking like it.
Yeah.
And I'm pretty
Wait.
certain we had the least.
Yeah, we only had 9.
9.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Never mind. Never mind. USC had 7.
Dang it.
I mean, USC was probably dominating most of that series. They weren't getting many shots taken on
Well,
them. I could only
considering
imagine.
considering one of
They
Elon.
outshot them 33-11.
Yeah, considering one of Elon's players didn't register a shot the entire series is that's kind of telling.
Yeah, that is a crazy stat.
Hey, props to him. That's another skill. Just like Tyler not being able to hit open nets, not being able to take a shot all series. Those are two great skills.
Do we want to give like a top 3 players of the week?
Yeah, I'll go off top 3. I know. Where's Tyler going?
Stop talking about my open nets.
So Tyler, let's start off with you and who you think your top 3 are for the week.
For players?
Yeah.
Going off of stats alone, let's see. Well, obviously,
Okay.
I'm going to take the MVP. I have to look, man. Dang. The top 3, I'm definitely going to have to say number 1 was Repeat. He was definitely played a very clinical game against UNCP. Not that. I mean, no offense to UNCP. As the much better team, you'd expect that. My next person I want to give a shout out to is basically coming in with 8 goals. 8 goals, 3 assists, 3 saves, just all over the place. The saves could be a little bit higher, but they weren't taking
Well,
too many shots against
yeah.
us. Canovo as well from Clemson, 6 goals, 6 saves, 13 shots, 5 demos, 1 assist. He's playing his role very well in the Clemson boys. So I'll give those 3 my 3. Actually,
Well,
I don't know. Overloaded or Flick Fillet had 11 goals, so I might have to put him over Canovo because he was just having himself a series.
Yeah. I was kind of surprised when Pack won it. I saw Glare was winning it for a while, and then out of nowhere.
he should have won it.
Yeah, I think he should
Yeah.
have won it.
If I wasn't in there, then Jack should have won it for sure.
Yeah, I'll be sure to look at your guys'. I mean, I could have looked at your stats if they were uploaded on time to pick a better player. But
In my defense, that's a captain's job.
well, we have it all worked out for this week, right, fellas?
You know my replays are broken.
Oh no.
I
right,
will
Ben.
send them to Ben, and Ben will upload them.
All right, Ben. What are your top 3?
All right, I'm going off of a bit of a criteria here. I'm going off of looking at teams who they played. Like if they played a free team, I'm not gonna say nothing.
How about you
But
call up
I
the free teams real quick?
I'll
no.
say them. I'm on gold. Free teams: Elon, UNCP, Duke, NC State,
And UNC Wilmington.
Oh.
and UNC Wilmington. Sorry, God, I forgot about that one.
So that kind of discredits. You know what? I'm gonna be a little biased. I'm not putting him at number 1, but I'm gonna put Jack in there because first of all, I'm humble, and 2, he scored 7 goals from 8 shots. That's all I'm gonna say.
Well, that's
Like
insane.
I didn't
how
even notice that.
that's like insane. I'm gonna put him at number 3 because we played Duke realistically. So none of the USC boys are getting in there because I mean, let's be real, we know how that was gonna go. I did want to shout out who do you? I want to honestly considering I'm gonna put 2 from the same series. I'm gonna put Flick Fillet scoring 11 goals from 20. That's pretty good, along with 2 assists and 3 shots. I mean saves. I mean against a solid team like Wilmington.
He also had 12 demos.
Oh, my
Good
lord.
grief.
And
Dude just
then
called out Wilmington for being a free team, and he just said a solid
oh
team like
well I'm
Wilmington.
gonna and then my next one. This isn't in any particular order, but I'm gonna say Slug. Considering he just
Mhm.
joined and like I know like he's not an SSL, but he put in a good performance throughout that series against a really solid team in Wake Tech, and I feel he was honestly probably their across the whole series, if you look at, I'd say he's probably their best player in the series because most goals, most saves, most shots. Not the most demos, but I mean that's for Tyler to go for demos. But that's my top three based off of who they played.
Yeah, I was thinking my top three was gonna be Flick Fillet because, like you said, he had the 11 goals off of 20 shots in an entire series. I mean, that's pretty impressive. Also sluggish because that first game when they played in this series, where he has 4 goals of the 5 I think they had all series, or that first game. I mean, he has a lot of potential for the rest of the season. I see him doing really well. And I'm obviously just, I don't know. It's between Pack and Repeat because Pack had 7 goals off of 11 shots and 3 assists, 2 saves. But Repeat had 6 goals on 14 shots with 4 assists and 5 saves. So if I had to pick, probably say, I mean, based off the poll, Pack won it, but I think it might have been Repeat for me.
Can we talk about the worst player?
Oh yeah, that was gonna be my next topic to bring
Oh
up.
yeah. Like I was gonna nominate my partner in crime over here, Chief Not Sober. 0 for 11 is like you honestly gotta be throwing at that point. Like
Over
I don't know
11
what
with
you would.
5 assists though.
I mean, those could
I'm
have
gonna
been made.
call him out. I'm gonna
They
call
could
him
have
out.
they could have
Rocco
been.
Taco went 0 for 4 or 0 for 6 with 0 assists and had 4 saves.
Are you also gonna call out Cataclysm?
Cataclysm? Where's he
He went. Oh, no fun.
at?
Worst player would be a
Yeah,
great topic.
I
If
think
only
worst
in.
player would be a funny topic.
I would only say Tyler because.
Because I'm here and, whatever.
No, we need you to get on then. If it's such a terrible trio. Yeah, we'll do best matchups then. I
Yes,
got mine. I got mine pulled
I
up.
don't.
Of course you don't. So best matchups that I'm looking at right now. Yeah,
Thank you. Thank you,
Out
thank
out
you,
of
thank you.
each of these teams for week 3, I think the one that stands out to me most is the Wilmington Duke series. Because, like, they're out of all these matchups, they look like the two teams closest in skill level, and they're both 0-2. So there's a lot that rides on this match. If you go 0-3 in the first 3 weeks, that's like you're pretty much screwed at that point. So I'll be looking at those two teams to like really go at it because they both know that their land possibilities ride heavily on this matchup, in my opinion.
All right, I know it is next week, but for match of the week, even though it is next week, it's technically still week 3. USC versus I'm saying it. USC versus UNCC. I know it's being played next Tuesday. That's totally fine, but it still counts for week 3. That is going to be a match that everyone needs to pay attention to because it's two big, massive teams coming in and just hammering it out to take probably the 1 and 2 positions in the league. It will be on stream next week at 10 p.m. A little after hours thing. They'll be playing after our match at
y'all's is at 9,
why
right?
is that a poll?
Yeah, I saw that. I voted yes.
I just saw the result. I didn't even get to I didn't see the poll at the beginning. That's crazy. Anyways, but yeah, that's definitely a big one. Another one is like you were saying, UNCW versus Duke. If UNCW doesn't take that, it's gonna look really bad. It's gonna be very tough for them. I don't think they'll make land if they do lose that. Um, yeah, the rest of them. Wake Tech versus NC State. I could see NC State giving some Wake Tech some problems. But I think Wake Tech should take that one.
Yeah, for mine, I wasn't gonna say the USC UNCC because, like you said, it's next week. But mine was Wake Tech and NC State.
Okay.
I feel like NC State might be able to like kind of fight it out. It just kind of depends on how they're feeling that day, I guess. Because I've seen the one game they played against y'all, and it wasn't like I don't think that could have been their best showing. I mean, it was probably their first game together of the season. I don't know how much they've played together or scrimmed together before that, but kind of feel like NC State might be able to take it to Game 5. Then my other one would be Duke UNCW because they're both, like Ben said, 0-2. I mean, I know UNCW is worried about not making their own land. I mean, granted, I'd be kind of afraid of not making my own land too. But
Yeah.
I mean, UNCW's kind of showed us what they're made of against Wake Tech last week. But Duke really needs to like try and figure it out, step up a little bit, and um, show like that they can compete in C3.
In fairness, we did play them when I believe it's their best
Best player
player
was
wasn't
out.
even playing. Now,
That is
Yeah.
true.
I don't think they would have beat us with him. That's just my thought. But I mean, who knows? I mean, I haven't seen anything on, but if he's good, I would say UNCW should be winning. But maybe with this other guy, maybe if he has a really good series, he could just he could have Nate just I don't know. He's freaking out.
Oh, I know Nate. I know Nate's freaking out heavy.
There's one other match I do want to talk about. I kind of want to talk about our game because this would be a really good. This is an important game for us to win against Elon on Friday at 11:30. Jesus, but I mean
Like,
we have to we play this game to go 2-1 in the league, and then after that we play USC and Charlotte back to back. So like it would be really big for us to get at least 2 wins on the board going into that terrible duo that we just have to face. And then after that, we can come back out, knock up UNC Wilmington real quick, and NC State.
Yeah, y'all have a hard schedule after this week for
I don't even
USC
think
and UNCC.
I don't even think we have a bye this entire season.
No, I think everybody has a bye, but UNCW.
we did not play
Yeah,
Lander.
we do not have a bye.
Oh, never mind. I thought Nate said the only teams with buys, or the only team without one was Wilmington. But yeah,
Fine.
luckily y'all
I'm
don't
fine
have
with
to play
playing all week.
Lander, because that would be USC, UNCC, and Lander in one season, bro. That'd be
And no,
terrible.
we do not play Lander this season. Well, unless we play him at Land.
Yeah. But that's not this season. That would be at Land. It's playoffs at that point.
You know what I meant.
But
She
I think
kissed me.
Mm.
okay, we're gonna get on to the next one. Who do y'all think week 3 is most important for?
Well, definitely Duke or
UNCW.
Wilmington. It's pretty big for NC State too, because going 0-3, that's bad. I'd say the USC UNC Charlotte game. I mean, at the end of the day, they're both making land. I don't think that
Yeah.
matters too much. It's just bragging rights, and if you want to get a higher seed, well, and then probably our game, considering the two teams we have to play next, because
I
I
might
don't want
also say NC State. It would be a good, or it's gonna be, because NC State's 0-2 right now, aren't they?
Yeah, that's why I
So,
said it.
Yeah.
oh, you did say it.
He's
I,
tweaking.
I wouldn't say Pembroke though, because I mean, like obviously you need to win everything, but at least they're 1-1 so far. I know they had a bye as their only win, but at least they're not 0-2. Like
Yeah.
that's a difference.
Yeah. I want to say this week's most important for Wilmington or State.
Yeah,
Well,
They're
definitely.
and
they're
Duke
both.
as
That's gonna
well.
be the
Yeah,
Duke
pretty
for
much
sure.
all the teams that have potential of being 0-3. Wait, if NC State drops and UNCW wins it, puts us in a battle with them for last spot if we both beat Elon, Duke, and UNCP. Well, I
Okay.
mean, State has dropped out of this league before, so
Well, it also is a big week for Elon too, because they are 0-2. But
I was say I think it's this week's big for all the teams that are on the brink of 0-3.
Yeah,
yeah,
I mean,
definitely.
which I feel like UNCW shouldn't even be 0-2 right now. I think they definitely had the potential to beat Wake Tech last week, and then who did they play week 1? It was Clemson. Okay, so I mean, you had a pretty tough first week, but last week I think they really could have beat Wake Tech. I just don't know what happened when, like, I think they were up 2-0 and or if they weren't up 2-0, it went 2-1. But well, I know you have a tough season, Nate. But y'all could have beat Wake Tech last week. That's all I'm saying. I just don't know what happened, what changed. This man is coping so hard that UNCW doesn't have a bye. Bro is the
Neither do
reason they
we.
don't have a bye.
He had one job to rig the draw, and he still didn't do
Yeah,
it.
right.
Yeah, he was like, he tried to defend it as we're trying to make it fair for everybody else, but then complains when UNCW has a hard schedule and they don't have a bye. Like, you can't do both. Come on now. But do y'all think those are pretty much the like big four teams that week 3 is most important for?
Yeah, I mean, it speaks for itself. I mean, the 0-2 teams are, like you said, on the verge of going 0-3, and once you're at that point, good luck.
Yeah.
You're gonna need it.
Yeah, if you go 0-3, 0-4, you're pretty much praying the rest of the top teams are just losing every week, but that's not likely. I like what you said, Ben, when you said that ECU has a pretty important week this week, because like the next 2 weeks that you guys have is going to be very difficult. Y'all are going to be fighting for your lives against Charlotte and South Carolina. I could see that one being important for ECU as well,
Yeah.
because that'll
I'll
also
work on that.
determine what spot y'all get in land. And but what are you thinking, Tyler?
For important, definitely the UNCW Duke match. That's like Nate was saying in the chat. If they beat, or for NC State, if they win and UNCW wins, then they're both, on the brink of being trying to take that last spot, and they don't play each other at all during the season. So, like I said in chat, they might need a tiebreaker match right before LAN, and that would be absolute cinema. Just playing out a best of 5, and whoever wins makes it to LAN. Whoever doesn't gets home packing. Even though most of UNCW is going to be there anyway, because
Yeah,
it's
I
their
mean Nate has to
campus.
be there whether his team makes it or not. So
Yeah, it'd be funny if they're not there though. We're gonna get them a little ECU shirt to wear.
Let's
If
go.
that's the case, if UNCW doesn't make it, you have to rep ECU, Nate, and you have no choice. I will single-handedly hold you down while Ethan puts the shirt on you.
He said if they don't make it, he has more employees for LAN. You're gonna put your own players to work? That's crazy. You're already gonna have some employees there. That's insane. But yeah, that's pretty much it for that topic. I see the next one is ECU versus the world. Who?
Bring on everybody.
Yeah, I think it was who y'all
I don't
really
know
want to
how.
play.
I
Really
want
want to play?
Wilmington.
Yeah,
That's just
I
who I
really
want.
want Wilmington.
I love drifting, but I gotta do it to him.
Nice little 3-0, just to rub it in their face a little bit.
Nah, it's gonna be a 3-1. Let's be real. We'll go up game 1
All
and game
right,
2,
all right.
and then we're gonna have our ADHD kick in, and then we're gonna troll, and then we're gonna have to relock in. That's how it always goes. That's the
That's
only reason.
always how it
That's
goes.
the only reason we didn't sweep NC State and CCS.
Yeah.
Yeah, and why we got reverse swept by UKY, which shouldn't have happened.
I'm not gonna talk about that one.
No, we're not.
They have like 2 SSLs.
It
That's
doesn't
not
even
that's
matter. We should have won that.
yeah.
And shout out to Chipmunk or Ted and his boys, but should have won that one. Definitely should have won that
Was
one.
that UKY?
Yeah, UKY is Chipmunk Huds, and then the Bombist. I don't know the Bombist, but I know Huds, and I know Ted pretty well.
Okay.
But
So is UNCW like the only team you guys are looking forward to playing, or who y'all
I'm
really
also
want to play?
I'm looking forward to playing USC, honestly. because like I said earlier, like we had to play them twice for the play-ins for SEL,
Mhm.
and I was only able to play 2 matches against them in total. And with Brett, with Odd Trip, our sub, they took 2 games off at the beginning, and then they got reverse swept. But it's whatever. And then we played them again, and I somehow made it home in time to play 1 match or 2 matches. We beat them the first match I got to play. The second game, we lost, and that made them win 3-1. But if I feel like playing them as like in a full best of 5 with our full roster might be a it might be a pretty questionable series. It could go either way, in my opinion. Same thing with UNCC. We haven't been able to see them with their new third, and I've heard only good things about them. I have no idea what the dude's name is. It's gonna be another series that we're gonna have to lock in for and really see what we're capable of and
Mhm.
play them. Another team that I kind of wish we got to play, but we don't get to play is Clemson. Clemson, I want to see how they play against us, especially with the trio of Canovo, Masao, and I can do it. I can do it. Pepe,
Yeah.
thank you. So yeah, with those 3, I wonder how well they're doing, especially with a slight roster change compared to last season when they had chosen. But those are
Yeah.
the 3 or 4 big teams, including Lander as well. They got a new roster change as well. I wonder how they're meshing. It'd be nice to play against them and see how they're doing as well.
So for Clemson, do you think it was like a smart decision to drop
Yes,
Chosen and pick up a different third?
Chosen is not a threes player. He's told me that
He
himself.
admits it himself all the time. He's a
Mm.
Yeah,
terrible threes
he's
player, but he's a good
he's not a
player
three.
though.
He's a great player. He's just not a threes player. He's a big twos and ones player. Emphasis on ones. But
And a big gambler. Don't forget that.
yeah,
All poker
yep.
night.
Him and Coolio are one and the same when it comes to gambling.
Yeah, he joined our Discord the other week when me and Brett were playing twos, and he asked Brett to play poker with him. Bro has an addiction, just like Coolio has an addiction to parlays on the Panthers.
And we're gonna need those parlays back at LAN. Hopefully Coolio pulls up.
He didn't say it was. It didn't sound too promising. Last week when he was on.
I don't know if he comes in. He's kind of like a super senior, you know.
I don't even know if you call him a super senior. He's the senior that came back after graduation, sticking with his high school, dude.
That's insane. There's a good old club president right there in chat. um,
I do want to add NC State to that list because I love playing them. After frankly
Less.
embarrassing them on stream last season. That was a good time. I kind of want to run that
Hey,
back.
hey,
weren't they like talking smack to y'all about
oh yeah,
something?
it got I think it got like seriously heated at one point, but then like at the end, like Nate was like, "Y'all can't be doing this in the chat," and then we were like, "Oh man, we're joking around, dude. Come on."
Oh, love.
Y'all were getting in
Yeah, it's
trouble.
all love at the end of the day. Everybody's gonna talk their smack and whatnot.
Do we
Bragging
want to talk
rights are
about
bragging
me?
rights.
Do we want to talk about me 3v1ing them and then faking
That is
defenses on
true.
the goal line?
I
We're
heard
gonna
you
talk about
3v1
the
them.
origin
They
of. We're gonna talk about the origin of the sober pinch.
What is the
No
sober
one knows what that
pinch?
is. No one cares what that is.
The real ones know. The real ones know.
He
That's more
said
iconic than the pogo. I'm not gonna lie.
Nate said he loves trash talk, but you guys had it going for 30 minutes. I feel like it was actual beef at that point. Y'all were going insane if it was going for 30 minutes.
It was going on for a while.
Good lord, I didn't know it was that or like that much. I just
No,
heard
like I
that.
said, like I said, it got serious at a certain point, and then at the end, Nate was like, "Y'all gotta stop." We were like, "Just joking." But
Y'all weren't joking at that point.
no,
I was say
no.
it's what it seems like it was actually heated.
Hey, it's the ECU NC State rivalry. It's supposed to be heated. I don't know. We hate each
Well,
other in football. Of course, we're gonna hate each other in Rocket League. You know what I mean?
yeah,
It's one and
they
the
beat
same.
us when Owen decided to botch that field goal right at the end of the game that we could have won, nobody's salty about that one.
Owen Daffer. I was there. That was my first ever ECU game I went to. I
I was
almost never went to another one after that. I'm not gonna lie to you.
I was there, and then I left when I realized we were going to lose the game, like right after halftime or right before halftime. And then my friends were with me, and they were like, "Oh, we're gonna watch the game on the phone." And then I saw we started coming back, and I was like, "There's no way." And then we just watched Owen miss wide. I was in shambles.
Anyways,
Um,
Anyways,
I was waiting for a fat joke to come out.
I can't. I don't want to do it because like somehow somewhere there's gonna be a swear that gets in there, and I'm not paying the swear jar.
Just
hey
ask
Dayton,
Coolio for a fiver.
hey Dayton, you're fat.
All right. Since I'm fat,
He's doing it himself.
let's go to the stream preview topic. So I'm guessing, yeah. So the preview today or tonight is we got Duke and UNCW at 8 o'clock. How do y'all seeing that one going? Do you see like a
I really, really hope that UNCW pulls this one out because if they lose to Duke, one, they're not gonna make land, and two, it's gonna be really rough for them being or Duke being 0-2 and just getting smacked around by everybody and then going and beating UNCW. Because where does that put UNCW on the power rankings? Bottom.
current? Yeah,
Womp
I mean,
womp.
yeah,
What's your score prediction?
yeah. Let's do that.
Genuine score prediction, I see UNCW taking it 3-1. I think Duke, if they're playing with their full team, they don't have a sub or anything. I think that they do take a game off of UNCW, but I think if Sluggish and Dripton and Reticle all play how they need to play as a team, play nice, smart, consistent Rocket League, they will be perfectly fine and take it 3-1.
What are
I'm
you
thinking
thinking,
I'm
Ben?
thinking of game 5, honestly. I could
Mm.
see Duke snagging some games, and like I don't know if it's gonna be scrappy or not because I don't know who their best player. We never saw him when we played him, but I'd say it could go to a game 5, but I think Wilmington take it in 5.
I might have to agree with Tyler. I think it's going to be a 3-1 UNCW. I mean, watching Duke play for the last 2 weeks, they're obviously not as skilled as the teams they've played. I mean, I just think UNCW has better chemistry together, and I think that they'll just pull this one out, especially if Slug comes out playing like he did against Wake Tech last week. That's going to be an unstoppable team tonight.
That's if he plays all the games like he played.
That is
Because
true.
like we were talking about, he did start off hot and then slow down, or is the other way around, started off slow and then came out strong. But either way, unless he plays consistently all the way through, it's not going to be an easy win by any means. But if they're all connecting on all cylinders and playing together how they need to be playing, then I think they'll be perfectly fine and take that easy.
Yeah. And then our next game at 9 o'clock is Clemson versus Pembroke.
3-0
What?
Clemson.
Yeah, I
You know
think this
what?
one.
I like the Pembroke boys. I want to say 3-1, but I have to say 3-0 to Clemson.
Gonna say I think this one's unanimous. I think this one's
I
gonna
mean,
be a 3-0.
I don't know what there is to talk about. I mean, it's just there's just levels.
Yeah,
Yeah.
there is levels and they happen not to be on a level below or two, It's just how it goes. But
Mm-hmm.
hopefully they start clicking, maybe hitting some trend impacts a little bit more, and they start coming out strong towards the end of the season. Maybe make another land push like they did last season. But I really do think that Clemson does take that 3-0.
Maybe
No.
we can start getting some more scrims out of teams in the Discord, because I see people ask for scrims. I think the only people that have scrimmed in this Discord are Lander. Shout out Coach Fost. And I know I've scrimmed their B team, but he's like the only one I ever see asking for scrims.
In
Maybe you.
fairness, most of the time, like if we want to do a scrim, at least from what I've had, Dead Z DMs me, Big Man DMs me, Mikkel DMs me. Usually it's DMs, but Coach
Mm.
Frost is really carrying that LF scrim server.
Yeah.
Hard
Hey,
carrying it.
hey, nothing wrong with it.
Also,
That's dedication. Why did you just yell?
I locked my door. My roommates are trying to get in because they're.
Swear jar?
Anyways,
Nate is still pressed that Fost egoed him in LFS. I don't think Nate's ever gonna live that one down or let that one go.
yeah,
Nate's
definitely
taking that
not.
Nate's taking that to the grave. It's gonna be on the headstone. Coach Fost egoed me for a scrim on this day at this time. Well, I'm thinking
All right.
that is. Well, thank you guys for watching First Look, and remember to stay tuned or come back at 8 o'clock for the first game. It will be Duke and UNCW.
Just to know what you knew. Restless every time we start locking eyes. Lost control. Oh, it's paradise with honesty, but I'm in the dead of the night. Let the darkness take control. Let the darkness take control. Darkness take control. May the darkness take control. Take me in the smoke, breathe me in and let me go. Sink to your heart to find you. Open up your eyes till you're blinded by the lies, so you can see what you do. Restless every time we start locking eyes. Lost control. Oh, it's paradise with honesty, but I'm in the dead of the night. Teardrops on the floor. The pain is over. Feel the darkness take control.
the sky, gazing far into the night. I raise my hand to the fire, but it's no use, 'cause you can't stop it from shining through. It's true, baby, let the light shine through. If you believe it's true, baby, won't you let the light shine through for you, 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 won't you let the light shine through?
Hello, everybody, and welcome back to the Carolina Collegiate Clash matchup of tonight. We have UNCW versus Duke University, and this one's gonna be a pretty close matchup here. Sorry if I cut you off. I think I got a little confused on what was going,
Oh,
what
you're
was
good,
going
man.
down.
Don't worry. I was muted, so you read the situation perfectly. You came through with a clutch save for the cast, for the squad here. And yeah, first matchup. We had a lot of folks talk about it on our Electric ECU First Look Loaded podcast. This is a big matchup for both teams, right? Both of these squads, I believe, sitting at 0-2. And they need to win, Nate, or they might not be meeting us at LAN.
Yeah, absolutely. Is just so you know, I'm gonna remake it. It was on the wrong region.
Again? Oh my gosh, I'm great. I thought I said it as US East. That's brutal.
So I'm gonna go ahead and make the server again. Then you can just
Okay.
join me, same user and pass.
All
But yeah,
right.
I mean, like we talked about, this is a must-win for UNCW and Duke. It's honestly a showcase match here where they got to really show that they can win here. Otherwise, they're going to go down 3-0 in the league, and that's not a good thing to have happening in the first 3 weeks of the season. It's only a 7-week season. You can only lose so many. You got to start getting some wins.
Yeah, but hey, if the Carolina Panthers can do it, one of these squads got to be able to do it too, right, Nate?
Well, you see, the Carolina Panthers benched a quarterback and changed somebody, so we'll have to see how this one plays out and see how pretty much how they can adjust to each other.
Yeah, for sure. UNCW, we talked to or the guys on the First Look podcast talked a little bit about it. Slug, the young gun, the new player for the UNCW roster, came out pretty hot against Wake Tech and had a really solid series against, such a good team in Wake Tech that, UNCW fans are hoping that he can keep the ball rolling into this series, because we talked about kind of heading into that game last week. We wanted to see more from Slug because he'd kind of struggled in week 1. And you're like, what are they doing? They hadn't. Where are the fundamentals? Where are what we practiced? Where is everything we talked about? And in the Wake Tech series, they looked a lot more cohesive and put together. And so not trying to get slowed down at all by some of the early season troubles, right? They still can make it into the LAN, and we're going to transition into game as game number 1 is underway on the new map. We're in the woods here, Nate, as the two teams get underway.
Absolutely. I mean, just like you were saying, this is a must-win game for both these teams. I mean, UNCW trying to make their own land. It might be a good attempt there from Reticle, saved out by Zebrafish as a pass off the backboard is shut down again by Zebrafish. And a huge miss from Reticle, leaving a wide open net. And Chin does not connect with it off the post in a dangerous situation for UNCW. They cannot be making those kind of mistakes. As Riptane puts a quick shot on the net, blocked out by Chin. Slug going off the ceiling, a little bit of a mistouch. Red there to follow, but doesn't get the touch he was looking for.
Let's see, Duke trying to bring the ball up here, Nate, and Jeffrey's in the lineup. I don't think Zebrafish was in the lineup last week, right?
No, this is actually the player that ECU was talking about in this matchup here. And this is the player that they had to put in the sub for last week. And it was a very different team, a very different cohesive roster here. with Zebra on there. You know, ECU was saying he's more of the stronger player on their team, so I'm curious to see how they compete here against UNCW. There's a quick shot from Reticle, shut out again with a bump on
No
net, and
way.
Driptain is there for the first goal of the game.
Huge. Let's take a look at the replay here and the setup from UNCW. Zebrafish can't get the clear. Driptain, I could imagine his eyes widen, seeing that opportunity, lays on the boost and sends that goal home. And they've got a 1-goal lead, looking for a second. Quick there off the kickoff. Zebrafish low on boost, trying to get that ball just out of Duke territory, Nate, and maybe try to get some offense rolling. Aiken's got a lot of boost here. He's got a shot off the right side there. Nobody in position. Reticle now bringing it up.
Reticle looking for the pass to Driptain with a quick block from Jeffrey as Jeffrey gets the pinch downfield. Zero boost. Zebrafish left with no momentum. The Sluggish gets the pinch out to the center field. Reticle up for the challenge with a huge whiff from both teams. A wide open net, and Slug does not connect with this. He hits it right to Zebrafish. This is a dangerous situation as Driptain tries to force one in with a huge save. Slug trying to get one in. A missed touch again. And right now it's looking like Slug is struggling a little bit on the mechanical side.
We talked a few times last week, I remember, Nate, the big blue wall on the side of Duke once again staying strong, trying to keep the game alive, but there's Reticle with a huge score. He breaks through the wall and puts UNCW up 2-0.
One thing I'll definitely say right now is UNCW may be winning, but I don't think they're playing their best game right now. There's been a lot of missed touches, a little bit of close calls that any other team in this season I think would capitalize very quickly on. These are the type of mistakes they cannot be making early on. It's a huge whiff, and Chen not able to follow it up, but he goes for the wall, gets one touch, pops it up. There's another one there to follow. No, Reticle's there for the clear to Slug. Slug decides to leave down for Driptain with a quick shot on net. Slug gets the save to his corner.
Just beautiful. That was like poetry in motion, and the poem just keeps on going as Slug takes it up himself from his own side of the field all the way, getting it past Jeffrey. That last touch, that last bit of boost, Nate, is enough for the Seahawks to go up 3-0. They are cooking here in game number 1. I know you said before, not their cleanest game so far here, but they're making it work against Duke in this pivotal matchup.
Now, one thing I do want to see from my UNCW boys in this matchup is them really try and focus on what they've been trying to put into practice. What they're trying to put together is a quick shot from Jeffrey, shut down by Reticle, and a quick follow-up center field with a shot pinch off the top of his head, but Slug there to capitalize. No boost, gets a pass midfield, but Drip playing a little bit slow there, drops it back. Now looking for a touch midfield, doesn't connect with it, as Reticle's there to try and get a quick shot.
Jeffrey's low on boost here, so is Aiken. Let's see, can UNCW capitalize? Nate, there's not a lot of time left in this game. Duke's got to get the ball rolling. They got to get some offense going. They haven't had a lot of shots on net here onto UNCW. The ball's stuck in the corner here. Jeffrey's trying to get it set up for his team. I think we saw Aiken kind of playing back there, playing safe, not wanting to commit everyone, wanting to be a little bit patient as we see Slug doing the same.
As Reticle gets a little bit of a pop-up here to center field. Jeffrey there for the quick challenge, but Drip reads the touch of the wall. Reticle, midfield, looking for the pass, but Zebra with a huge clear to the corner. But Slug right there to follow it up. It's off the post, and Duke gets away with another one.
Unbelievable. I was holding my breath there for that moment. Drip's gonna go just a little bit under the ball there. Can't connect on that one. Duke's still trying to keep the ball out of the back of their net. They've got 1 minute to make a comeback happen, and down 3 goals, Nate, it's getting less and less likely. They got to make something happen as Drip's going to take a huge amount of boost. 2 members of the Blue Devils. There's Jeffrey finally getting some boost there, but they need more than boost here, I think, to make this comeback.
Now, Duke is definitely putting a great defensive front here. They may be down 3-0, but they're getting a lot of stops, a lot of clears, and they're playing some important touches. Just right now, it seems like Duke is starting to get a little bit outpaced here as UNCW's ball control seems to just be controlling the pace of the game as Duke trying to get one on the net with a quick shot across the field, but a huge demo from Driptain on Chin that clears out that threat in an instant.
Yeah, 10 seconds left. That's going to do it here for game number 1. Driptain the victory lap around the field. Duke just wants to move on and get into the next one. UNCW taking game number 1. Almost getting a goal there. Slug looking for some more, but there. Ball's going to hit the field, Nate. That's going to close us out here. Very good effort from UNCW. 1 goal apiece for all the squads, and Duke only getting 3 shots on goal here in game number 1, Nate. They got to get some offense rolling here if they're going to give us a series here. The first look pod today predicted a close series, and we'll have to see if Duke can do the boys proud.
I think right now what's happening on Duke's defensive line is they're making the saves, they're making the touches, but they're not being useful touches. They're more like panic clears, trying to just spare a few seconds. If Duke is able to control the ball and control the pace a little bit, get those soft touches, control it, and kind of force UNCW to play their pace of play, they might stand a little bit more chance on the offensive side, because that's going to create a little bit wider of a gap and a little bit more confusion on the pace here. But UNCW coming out, controlling the pace, UNCW should have scored more. I mean, they have 13 shots, only 3 goals, and I think a lot of the shots should have gone in, but they were just very narrow misses here. So Duke has got to control the goal line, control the pace, otherwise UNCW might slowly start warming up on those shots and start connecting more.
Yeah, exactly. We saw a few narrow misses, Driptain going under a ball that was kind of right in front of the net. You know, we saw some kickoffs where everyone just goes flying by, so I think both sides definitely with some room for improvement and room for a little bit cleaner play here. But UNCW, like we said, pivotal series for them here. They have land hopes. A loss here pretty much knocks them out here. So for a squad that's hosting, they don't want to be showing up as Nate's employees handing out takeout food. They want to be behind the controller, behind the screen, competing for a top spot at land here. So let's see which team's going to get back on track here in week number 3 of the fall 2024 season. Nate, you mentioned it before, only 7 weeks of competition, short window, but a lot of opportunity for glory here as we're going to get into game number 2. The kickoff is now. And I just got to alt-tab here. Let's get into it.
And Driptain with a quick shot on net, looking for the double touch here. Doesn't connect to Zebra. Gets a touch to the ceiling, but low boost. Forced to try and clear something out. Slug with a 50 to the corner. Opting to leave for the boost, putting Driptain in a 1v1 situation as Reticle collects the corner boost to get back into relevancy in the play. Driptain gets a clear downfield. Etchen not electing the turn for that one, giving Slug a little bit of space. That's one thing Duke has got to make sure they're not doing, is giving them space. If you give UNCW some space, and some of the rosters are very mechanical players, and they will start to warm up those mechanics and start utilizing them with that space, is Driptain. Leaves for Sluggish. Sluggish in an awkward position, gets the touch to the corner. Takes it himself with a red in his backside here. Duke trying to get a little bit of offensive pressure going here with a huge clear from Reticle, but right to chin. Looking for the corner pass, but no one there to collect.
Still a scoreless game here in game number 2. We saw this a little bit in the previous match. A lot of patience from UNCW as Driptain gets the clutch save off the backboard. Now Jeffrey, not a lot of boost here. The offensive window is closing as Reticle getting a decent hit, but Duke doing a better job here on the offensive end, trying to create some opportunities for themselves. Here's some of that cleared control, but Zebrafish there with a shot. Reticle a huge save as that one almost gets in from the top bar. Drip a huge demo to try and slow down this Duke offense, but they're laying it on thick here. The Seahawks have got their backs pressed up against the goal. Not a lot of room for opportunity. Trying to get it clear here. They're desperate for something. Aiken getting a solid bounce. Zebrafish trying to get the shot. There it is. Duke's on the board. 1-0 here in game number 2.
I think there's just one too many missed touches here from UNCW. I mean, not to call anyone out specifically, but Slug, I think, if I'm counting correctly, he's missed about 4 or 5 crucial touches on that back wall, and it's throwing off his own defensive side. His team is trusting those touches are going to happen, and when they don't connect, it's putting them in a little bit of an awkward position as Reticle collects a bang from Zebra. Now trying to force a play here up the wall. Driptain collects it, looking for a backboard touch. Jeffrey misses the read, but a bang down the field, and
Is this gonna be it?
again.
Oh!
And Duke goes up 2-0 in this match.
huge response here from the Duke Gaming squad. Just barely a miss in the midfield. My goodness, I think that was Slug again, Nate. Kind of struggling here in game 2. Not to put, I know Slug's the rookie. We've been talking a lot about him just because there's a lot to talk about, but you know, it doesn't just ride on UNCW, but it seems to be that this team clicks when he's on the roll, and they seem to struggle a little bit when he's just a step or two off. It's a game of inches here. It's been really close so far. Sluggish just off by a few clicks. Off the backboard there, Sluggish redeems himself here a little bit, getting that goal. Let's take a look at how it happened here, Nate.
Well, you see, Reticle goes for a fake shot here, and he actually hits it off the back wall there, forcing Chin to kind of jump up and predict the shot, trying to get a read off the backboard. And by doing so, with that miss from Chin, it freed up Slug to have a little bit more time and space on the goal line, with Jeffrey not able to get back in time as Reticle was looking for that demo. And a huge double commit from UNCW here. And honestly, UNCW just is not playing their best game right now.
Coach Nate is a little upset here at the squad here, man. What do they got going on? Another Duke opportunity. Driptane's there with the save in the 50-50. Zebrafish trying to get a decent shot. Slug, I think, with an okay clear here, but Jeffrey's there in the corner waiting for the ball. Let's see, Reticle, I think, kind of a big miss there. Not going to be able to get it. Duke bringing the ball upfield, but Slug's there in the midfield trying to go up with the 50-50. He's getting the ball in the middle of the field for the rest of the team. And a big fight here. UNCW only down 1 goal here with 90 seconds left. Duke, they were on fire at the start of this game, but has the fire been extinguished? Can they get more offense going to get the dagger in to try and close out this game?
Right now, it's looking like a possible passing opportunity. Looking for the double, doesn't connect, and Chin there for the beautiful save as Reticle gets a bump. Slug tries to get a touch out, doesn't connect. Driptane low boost in that last man position, a dangerous spot to be, but he manages to get a corner touch here, collecting the 100, looking for the pass. Sneaks one through the entire Duke defense. What happened there?
That is brutal. Look at this. He gets the boost. Jeff kind of passes it to him. Drip says, I'll take that. 2 Duke misses, and that's going to tie up the game here. UNCW was down 2-0. They found their equalizer. The captain reporting for duty. Driptane comes up in the clutch. We might be headed to overtime. 60 seconds left. Who's going to find the offense? UNCW feels like they found their footing after the Duke initial response in the early game. There's Slug, big miss. Ball in the open field. It's Driptane once again with a whole lot of boost trying to set up the rest of the team.
Opportunity here from UNCW, looking for the double. Red there for the shot off the backboard. Is Driptane there? No, nobody's there in that second man position to connect. As Driptane goes for a shot off the backboard again, and Reticle with a huge miss. UNCW just making one too many mistakes as Slug touches the ball away. Now Jeffrey and a one-man army on the goal line, looking for the touch, almost fakes out Reticle, but Reticle gets the clear.
Good comms here from Duke, understanding who's going to be taking the clear, who's going to be getting back on defense. 10 seconds left. UNCW trying to get one more opportunity, one more look, but there, back of the net, Reticle, a huge stop there. Can Duke find it in the corner? It's a bare miss. Oh my gosh, one more opportunity. No! We're going to overtime, Nate. What a close finish there. Duke almost finds the back of the net, but comes up just a little short. They're looking for it again here early in overtime, but they can't quite do it. Can Duke even up this series? Yes, Zebrafish comes up. Let's take a look at the replay.
Right here, this is once again showing one too many mistouches from UNCW, committing in plays, overextending, and just not enough ball control. There's not enough control on the field from UNCW, and there's too many mistouches throwing off each other. And right now, I think it's going to turn into a mental battle for UNCW.
A lot more shots here for Duke, as game 2 was a completely different story. UNCW, not a lot to hang your hat on here in game 2, but one thing I'll point out, 2 goals and 5 shots. Not bad, but it's also not the game you want to be playing or relying on, you know, if you're UNCW. So They'll be looking to try to get back on the offensive board here as Duke claps back. And I think this might be their first game win of the season, because I think they got 0-3 swept through.
It is. It is. It's their first win of the season here.
So
as
shout
Duke
out Duke.
As Duke actually outshoots UNCW 12-5 shots here. I mean, I'm curious what changed here for Duke. Right now, I saw a lot of bumps, a lot of demos coming through, and I think they're playing to UNCW's biggest weakness right now. Being able to play those bumps and demos, and they're controlling the midfield pretty well, and catching UNCW with their pants down. A little bit too much of a overcommit on that offensive play is leaving wide open nets or putting your teammate in like a 1v2, 1v3 scenario, which in a competitive scene, when people know what they're doing, it's almost a guaranteed goal almost every time.
Yeah, absolutely. The players loading in a critical game 3. It's a best of 5 series. Nate can't believe it. The Seahawks down 1-1. They got to get their act together here. Again, big series. First Look podcast is talking about who is this series most important for. These two teams were at the top of the list. Let's see Slug coming up hot at the start of the game, looking for an offensive opportunity. Comes up a little short. There's a big save. The Duke blue wall holding strong here on the defensive end. Jeffrey trying to play a little cautious. Oh my gosh, Dosey going around, trying to get the clear. Drip, not a lot of boost, but a big shot into the corner. Reticle's there. Whole lot of boost for him. Can he set up his fellow Seahawks? No boost pretty much on all fronts for the Blue Devils. They're not going to be able to get it in that corner. A lot of boost here. Can the Seahawks take advantage? A solid demo, but it's not going to matter. There's Reticle flying in for the first goal of the game.
A great passing play right here as Driptain looks for the backboard or the touch here. Slug looks like he was trying to follow it up with a great adjustments from UNCW as Slug gets demoed out of the play. Reticle reading the pass up ahead, catching the gap in Duke. A great play from UNCW, but one thing is they're going to have to try and keep it going. Because right now what we've seen is Duke has been able to really control the plays. As Slug almost gets an air dribble over the Duke line. Missed touch from Driptain right here. Puts Reticle in an awkward situation with a huge demo down the field. Slug in a 1v2 situation, but no one there on Duke the challenge.
You know, and for UNCW, do you just take a step back and say, lads, come on. We had some missed opportunities. This game's on us. We got to play cleaner. Who do you think's coming through with the conversation? Who's the motivational speaker here on the UNCW roster? Is Duke maybe an opportunity here? Oh my gosh, Nate, who's there for UNCW? Try to get the team back on the right track as Duke gets their equalizer.
Well, one thing I'm definitely going to say is it needs to be their captain. Their captain needs to take control of the situation, be aware of the mistakes that are happening, and be aware for the team, and kind of be that brick wall for his team. As one thing I know with UNCW is that we have struggled with the mental game once we start going down. So UNCW's got to maintain that. As Driptain almost gets a double. Slug off the backboard, looking for one, goes for the bump, doesn't connect with it, and Jeffrey's there for the clear.
Big clear from Jeffrey. Slug gonna try to get that ball back into midfield. A little bit of a bump there. Is Jeffrey taking some boost out of the Wilmington side of the field here? Driptain trying to play patient. Nobody's in the air with him. He's got an opportunity. Try to get it past the defense. But Duke is there. 2 players soaring for that one. Is that boost going to cost them? Aiken's got no boost there in the net. Slug running around. Demo double. Reticle finds it. There's UNCW coming through and taking the lead once again. Reticle, a double demo effort, and that just sets up Driptain so beautifully, man.
It was a great play there from UNCW, getting the demos, the double demo, putting Jeffrey in an awkward situation. Yeah, I will say it was definitely a high-risk, high-reward play with all 3 of the UNCW players committed on that front goal line. There's a quick shot from Slug, Zebra there for the easy save. And UNCW trying to gain some momentum. Yeah, for real. You're trying to test the waters there, but the Blue Devil wall stays strong.
Let's see, Reticle off the wall. Nobody's there. Oh my gosh, Reticle taking the boost once again. Driptain's got a lot of it. Duke's kind of struggling here, I think, a little bit to get the ball rolling. They got that one lucky shot, it feels like, from Zebrafish to tie things up. Where the game's at the halfway point, we've got a very close series on our hands once again here for the first match of the stream. Duke Aiken trying to pass the ball, no boost, goes a little wide, trying to get it there. Driptain a huge save off the backboard, no setup. Slug trying to get that clear.
Aiken deciding to send it right back down the field. Slug with a little bit of an awkward touch. Puts it right into Duke's hands. Now Reticle trying to get one more touch to his corner. Slug trying to get a 50 that's favorable. Doesn't go out. A quick shot from Etchen, but it's just off that left side. It gives UNCW a little bit of breathing room.
Here comes Reticle.
Good, good.
Oh gosh, I'm just holding my breath, Nate. It's such a close match here in one that's so important for both of these squads. Duke gonna try to get back on the defensive end, but here's Zebrafish, who's had a lot of the team's goals here. Can he come through in the clutch? A little team bump there as Aiken's taking it back to the old corner, trying to find a reset, but there's UNCW with the shot and the score. The pass from Slug, and the Seahawks are firing on all cylinders.
That's a great passing opportunity there from UNCW. All three players involved. Slug with the pass, Red for the shot, Drip for the bump, and it's almost like that seems to be what's working for UNCW right now. And Duke needs to find that adjustment here. They got to be aware of these passing lanes. They got to start cutting them off. They got to be aware for those demos, because those bumps and demos, I mean, the best way to score a goal is to remove the defender. So if you can get rid of him with a quick shot off the backboard, UNCW there to do it again, and Slug with a crucial miss. But back to what I was saying. If you can remove the defender and have that second man there for that pressure, that's going to be a crucial part of any offensive play.
Easy math, right? Makes sense to me. A little subtraction effort here working wonders for UNCW. 1 minute remaining. They got a 2-goal lead. As Zebrafish doesn't get any of that boost, he's going to be missing it and has to go to the other corner away from the ball. And here comes the Seahawk offense. A demo from Reticle. A shot there from Driptain off the backboard. Slug finding his shot. And that's got to feel like the dagger here in game number 3 as everything's coming together. The captain comes through, calms down the squad. UNCW take control.
UNCW going with a 3-goal lead here against the Duke Blue Devils. Now, my question here is for Duke. What's your mental state after this one? You won game 2. This is game 3, but it's not really as close as a battle. As another opportunity there, quickly shut out by Duke. Now sluggish. A missed opportunity. Looks for the pass to Drip, and a great save by Chin on the goal line as Reticle pops at midfield. Zebra all over the read. Now Driptain in an awkward situation, but he gets demo, but he was lucky enough to get the clear just in time.
Talk about good timing, and with 10 seconds left here, I think Duke sees the writing on the wall. They're just going to let that one slide in. Driptain the cherry on top as the Seahawks move into match point. Zebrafish was just a little off on trying to get that clear there. And here we have a huge victory for the Wilmington Seahawks squad. They're going to go to match point and try to get their first series win of the season. Ball's gonna hit the field, and that's gonna do it here in game number 3. Nate, taking a quick look at the stats, I think it was a lot better for a shot perspective. Driptain 7 shots on goal. Zebrafish the only one generating any offense here on the Duke side, only 3 shots. And it seems to be a little bit of the story of the series, am I right? Whoever's getting the shots on goal is feeling pretty good about their chances here in the series.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, if you can get more shots on the goal, statistically, the more you can put on the net, the more of a chance you have one to go in. So whoever's out shooting their opponent right now seems to be doing the best, because also more of a chance of it going in. It's putting the other team in a very high pressure situation. You're making them awkward with the constant pressure, and the more shots you can get on, the more awkward they're going to be. And that's one thing we've noticed on both sides of the pitch. Game 1, Game 2, Game 3. The teams that are putting more shots, the other team is getting super awkward on that goal line. They're getting jumpy. They're getting a little bit panicky. And those are the type of situations where teams really have to stay locked in. They have to communicate. They have to talk it out. If you're having 2-3 players commit for one save, it's most likely going to lead to a free open net for the opposing team to score.
Yep. Great game 4 coming right up. Duke got to find a way to get the offense back into high gear. UNCW, really solid response, playing a lot cleaner in this one, not leaving. I feel like in that game, Nate, there weren't as many missed opportunities or misfires from UNCW. They were a lot more locked in, especially after the game was tied 1-1. It felt like they kind of found themselves. I always see some of like the memes online where it's like all guys need is to just lock in, right? And Drip was like, all right, squad, we gotta lock in here, or we're gonna be watching the land from home. And it's something the team doesn't want to do. Is boom, right off the get-go, game number 4. Here we go, UNCW, a goal in the first 6 seconds.
I mean, right there, it looks like, I think right now we're starting to see Duke's a little bit of inconsistency. They had a good game. They're starting to be a little bit inconsistent, and UNCW is just getting better as the series goes on. And now UNCW is starting to kind of play at their pace versus kind of playing down to their opponent's pace. They're starting to control the midfield, trying to control that pace of play. It's a pass looking here for Slug. No, Driptane goes for the Doomsy instead. Woo! And gets it upon the other team.
He's taken over 7 shots in the last game. He's taken upon itself, Nate. Sometimes you gotta lead by example. He's showing the young ones how it's done in UNCW. We're only 15 seconds into game number 4, and already they got a 2-goal lead. Reticle's trying to lay it on thick. He can try to keep the series alive, but Slug, oh my gosh! Nate, what's going on here for the Seahawks, man? My goodness, 30 seconds, 3 goals.
UNCW is starting to play how they should have been playing this entire series. That's what's happening right now. They're incorporating their mechanics. They're incorporating team play. They're trying to control the pace. They're controlling the midfield. This is everything that they should have been doing from game 1 as Zebra goes for a quick goal, and it looks like Duke's going to return. No! Etchen he messes up the shot and messes up his teammate in the process. That's a devastating thing as Reticle gets a demo. A shot from Slug. I swear that phased through the man. But Jeffrey there for the clear on the wall. Zebra down the field. Now Reticle playing a little bit safe here. Goes for the bang. Down the pass. Doesn't connect with it. And it looks like a little bit of an opportunity as a demo attempt on Driptane does not connect.
A solid opportunity, but just goes a little wide. Reticle missing the clear off the backboard is going to leave the window of opportunity there for Jeffrey. Duke finds the back of the net. We still got 4 minutes left in this one. UNCW started off hot, but you can't go to sleep now. There's still a whole game left to be played, and Duke does not want to go home. They want to keep this series going. They're down 2-1 in the series. A loss in this match puts their LAN opportunity very much into question, and there's Driptane, the captain, once again going to work, cleaning up this opportunity. Just played so patiently here. As the rest of the cars were flying around, he takes it and finds the back of the net once again.
Yeah, absolutely. UNCW returning the favor immediately, maintaining that 3-goal lead. One thing I think Duke is starting to struggle with is the pace of play that UNCW is outputting. They're starting to do mechanics. They're starting to go for the resets. There's a little bit of a mistouch from Driptane. Doesn't connect with it. A Slug on the back wall to collect. Now looking for the drop down. A great touch from Chen, but it's right into the hands of Driptane. The Zebrafish gets the touch to the wall. Slug there to collect. Anyone there on the back wall? No, a huge demo, and Driptane or Reticle is there to put it back in.
Let's take a look at the replay here in the setup from UNCW. A demo there doesn't stop the offense. Jeffrey unfortunately can't quite get into position to make the save, and UNCW, despite giving one goal over, they lock back in immediately, Nate. I was worried about their ability to do so for just a second, but they're going to quiet any worries between UNCW fans, between the stream, between the chat. They're locked in. Driptane, a beautiful goal there. He's just showing off at this point.
I mean, at this point, go for clips, man.
Up
by 5 goals.
We got play of the week on on Insta.
Yeah, become the player of the week. Get the play, get the clip, go for the vote. As here's a Reticle gets it clear to the wall. Now a huge demo from Sluggish, but no one there to collect. Driptane takes him up upon himself. Goes for the touch, but a huge Cookser pinch from Duke clears it out. Now another touch from Duke off the wall here. Etchen there for the shot, and it's gonna sneak it over to avoid the Brazil.
success. Duke will take what they can get here in this final game. Still not even halfway through. So I feel like at a certain point you throw in the towel of a chance at the comeback. I'm not ready to do it just yet, Nate. I still believe just a little bit. There's a part of me that says, what if Duke can pull it off? But UNCW have just controlled the pace so well here in this critical match to try to clutch out this series.
It looks like Duke is starting to turn around the favor just a little bit, get a little bit of offensive pressure going. As Chin gets a touch up over Slug. The Slug gets to pop back down, recovers it, looking for the pass midfield to Driptane. Driptane electing to play a little bit slower here. Looks for the bump, doesn't connect with it, but a huge save from Reticle as it clears out midfield. Driptane looking for the double. Doesn't connect. No, Chin with the miss on the backboard in a dangerous situation for Duke.
I think you're right. Drip might just be looking for clips at this point in the match. That would have been a wild one. Duke, 2 minutes left here. 2 minutes on the lifeline. There's a shot on goal. Nobody's there to cover it. And that's another one. They're working their way back.
I mean, one thing I think right now, UNCW is getting a little bit too cocky, a little bit too comfortable on the gameplay. And they're starting to jump a little bit too much. I mean, I don't know. You gotta not get comfortable. You gotta keep playing your best game. You gotta make them play to your pace. And if you start getting comfortable, that's when things start going out of your favor. There's a huge save from Duke, and then right to the midfield, a pass down the field, but doesn't connect.
Reticle getting a full head of boost to try to get there on the defense. It's a huge save as Zebrafish looking for the aerial shot. 100 seconds left. 100 seconds in a dream from Duke to try and make the comeback. Jeffrey trying to get the push on the Seahawk defenders at the demo. Zebrafish just barely misses that shot. That would have been huge, but a missed opportunity there from the Blue Devils. They're going to squander that shot. It was a bit of a miss there, I think, from Zebrafish, but he saw where the ball was going and hoped there was someone from his team to try to clutch through and find that shot. Time slowly but surely dwindling down here for the Blue Devils. UNCW trying to control the ball and keep their offense going. Jeffrey able to get a big boost. Slug there in the middle of the field, though, to keep the offense rolling.
As Reticle tries to go for a 50 off the wall, shut down by Jeffrey. Another cut on the UNCW goal line here. The pass out to Reticle, but no boost to follow. Now Driptane gets another touch midfield. No one there to capitalize. As Slug goes for the clear off of Duke's pass. Trying to get one more touch here, looking for his team. Gets a pop-up, but Zebra all over the play for the clear. Reticle looking for a touch midfield. Driptane there to collect. Now looking for one more pass, but Jeffrey with a beautiful save on the goal line. And with 30 seconds on the clock, Duke needs to get something moving.
And yet the Seahawks are the one who are getting the shots continuously on this one. Driptane looking for his 4th goal. Already got the hat trick. There's Aiken with a big opportunity, but Sluggish is going to sniff that one out. As the clock winds down, that's going to be the big series win here for UNCW. Coming up clutch, they're going to get their first win of the season with the cherry on top. Reticle sends them home on a good note and a huge victory for the squad.
GG's all around. UNCW comes up 3-1 in the series. And if I remember correctly, was that some of the first look predictions?
I believe it was Basically who predicted the 3-1. I think Basically's in chat here. Correct me if I'm wrong. I think it was you got the correct prediction from the first look pod. We'll have to look at the VOD for that one to double check, but I think it was Basically there. Chief, oh, he said 3-2. Oof. Basically,
that's
was
unfortunate.
Wrong. Okay, it was Nuts
so
and Chief who were
Basically's
on point.
predictions are washed. Basically's predictions are washed. Don't trust anything he says. Sounds good.
Sounds good.
Awesome.
Well, we're.
But with that being said,
yeah.
Go ahead. I'm yapping. I'm
here.
yapping. You go ahead.
You're just a yapper. Nah, I'm just messing. Great series overall. Nate, I feel like you got to be the one to talk to the UNCW squad here for the post-game interview. See what was going through their head. A one-on-one with Coach Nate coming right up. We're going to take a quick break on stream here. Don't click out of that browser. We'll be back in just a bit. Major Live.
Brother, Mr. Reticle.
Hello?
How you doing, brother? So first things first, congratulations on your first win of the season.
Thank you, thank you.
You know, I'm proud of y'all. You got the win. But give me a rundown a little bit about what happened that game 2. What happened?
I'm gonna
What do
I'm
you-
gonna be honest. Was that the game we dropped? That was
Yes,
the game
it
we
was.
dropped, right?
Yes.
So summarize things. I think we just got a little too comfortable. You know, it can be a curse for a lot of teams getting too comfortable in the series. You know, we went up quite a bit in the first game. I think it was 3-0. Then second game we just got too comfortable, and then going into game 3 we just adjusted and we were like, look, we can't get comfortable. We gotta refocus on taking the midfield. You know, don't let them play their game, and then things obviously turned around from there.
Okay. You know, so with that response, you owned up to it. I'm not gonna flame you too hard because Coach Nate will take every opportunity to flame y'all.
Oh, why not?
Oh, did you say why not? I mean, I will.
I said, oh, I know.
I thought you were taunting me here. I was like, I will flame you right now.
I know. Oh, I know.
But no, with that being said, I mean, you got your first win of the season. I think 1-2 here. I mean, that's a pretty important spot to be in, especially with y'all's current status when y'all's current. One second, I'm looking up y'all's schedule. With y'all's current status in the season. I mean, going down 0-2, if you went down 0-3, I'm sure that would have affected the mental. So, I mean, like, what are y'all's thoughts going forward to the rest of the season? I know next week y'all play Elon, then you play the infamous USC Gamecocks.
Well, you're definitely right with that. It was pretty important to get this win, not only for the mental, but for the record going on with the schedule that we do have. But looking forward, I'm optimistic. You know, like you said, we got Elon next week, and then it's going to be quite a lot of teams that are really, really good as the Gamecocks. But there's nothing that I'm afraid of here for this team. Fairly confident that we'll play the best we can, and if we do that, then I don't think there's anything to be upset with except for the mistakes that we'll learn from. I think we'll do very well.
Awesome. Well, in that case, you got any final words or shout outs you want to say out? Or say to
Uh,
everybody?
Shout out to Drip for dunking a ceiling double tap. Play of the week candidate right there. Shout out to my coach and shout out to the team, obviously.
Dang,
That's
no
it.
shout out to your manager. That's crazy.
Hey, you said you would flame me. Nah, all love though.
I almost put one in the swear jar. Almost put one in the swear jar right there. I was this close. But nonetheless, well, thank you everybody for coming out for the post game interview. Thank you, Red, for coming out and hanging out with me and
Thanks.
enjoying the opportunity to possibly be flamed by me. I know I took it easy on you because you did win.
Obviously.
But off stream, I might have to have a talk with you about dropping a game. But But with that being said, everybody, we will be taking a quick break as we get the next match set up with Clemson versus UNC Pembroke. So stay tuned for that one.
Staying up when I go out, you gotta know I'm all yours. But when I say what's that about, you start slurring your words. Tell me why you have to seem so distant when I'm holding you. Your fingertips are drifting away, and I fucking love how it hurts. Why do I, baby, why do I love the way you always leave me? Why do I, baby, why do I love the touch but never love the feeling? Why do I, baby, why do I love the way you always leave me? Why do I, baby, why do I love the touch but never love the feeling? Why do I, baby, why do I? Why do I, baby, why do I? Why do I, baby, why do I love the touch but never love the feeling? We keep running faster and faster. I don't know what we're after, yeah. We keep up with disaster, disaster. I'm thinking that they're after me. We're running like faster and faster. We're running like faster and faster.
Welcome back, everybody, to the last game of the night. We have Clemson versus UNC Pembroke, and this should be a pretty big matchup here for UNC Pembroke, mostly because Clemson are the clear favorites here. The First Look podcast agreed, the seeding agrees, and the overall statistics of these teams agree that Clemson is the favorite. So this is going to be a real statement match for UNC Pembroke. They have to come out strong, they got to come out hard hitting, and they got to come through this one and try and make some momentum here for the rest of the season. Otherwise, things might just not look too good for them. What are your thoughts on that one, Mark?
I'm just trying to hope everyone joins. Dude, I'm such a normie with my keyboard. I don't even know the controls, but for this matchup, Clemson's been looking pretty darn good, Nate. I think they've come in quite hot. I mean, Darth Pepe, Mesau, Canovo, they've been firing off like a well-oiled machine, and we're getting into game here, so we'll see. UNC Pembroke, I don't think we've actually had the opportunity to see them on stream just yet, so I think it'll be interesting to see what they've got for us.
And as this match gets off away, a missed opportunity from Canovo as Jinx is there to collect Mesau with the jump off the wall. Lawson almost going for the collection here, but Fitz getting a little bit more of a touch. Darth Pepe not able to follow it up. Jinx gets the 15 to the middle field. Mesau there, a quick shot from Fitz. A dangerous situation for Clemson as UNC Pembroke is coming out strong. And with a lot of momentum going in their favor, Fitz keeping it alive. Darth Pepe trying to keep it in his corner, but Fitz looking for the pass midfield. Doesn't connect as Mesau bumps into him to send it right back down the field.
He even starts so far. UNC Pembroke I believe don't have a win on the board just yet, but I could be wrong. Let's see, Clemson almost getting a shot there. Jinx with a huge save. Darth Pepe is going to keep the Clemson squad on the offensive. Here we go, shot in the air. Canova trying to set up the rest of the team, but UNC Pembroke having some good defense here early on in the match. There's another shot, a big save there from AJ.
One thing Clemson is definitely turning up the dial here is Masal puts a shot in, and they rip apart UNC Pembroke's defense on that goal line, putting a beautiful passing play from Masal to the center field. Pepe faking off the shot off the post, and Masal there to clean it up, bringing it up to a 1-goal lead for Clemson. How should UNC Pembroke respond?
You know, you can only stop so many shots, right? Clemson just kept pouring it in and pouring it in. And I think it comes down to ball control, Nate. You got to be able to get the ball a decent clear, and look at that. I mean, again, UNC Pembroke trying to move the ball out. They can't get very far without Clemson being right there to answer. Look at that, Masal taking a clear into a shot opportunity. Clemson's just firing all cylinders. There's a rare miss there. Masal unable to connect with the ball, and that's an opportunity for UNC Pembroke to move things into their favor.
As UNC Pembroke getting a little bit of momentum going there, but quickly shut down by Clemson as Masal there for another shot. Drop center field. Jinx not able to get there in time as Canovo puts another one in to bring it to a 2-goal lead. And one thing I'm going to say from UNCP right now is I'm seeing a little bit of double committing on that offensive play. I think there was a scoring opportunity for Jinx that was quickly cut off by his teammate on accident. So if they can start cleaning up those double touches and start getting a proper rotation going in where they are passing to one each other, going for bumps and demos, I think they could stand a great chance into this matchup.
We'll see if they can get back into this game. Halfway through, Clemson's taking control. And again, a whole lot of shots on goal. There's a miss on the defensive end. Jinx can't get the clear, but no one on Clemson was expecting that one, Nate.
Not at all, as UNCP gets a clear, but Canovo gets a bang right back down the field. Jinx needing to get this touch, connects, but no boost to his name. A pass from Masal, but Fitz there to collect. Now Canovo already up in the air as they're going. Jinx looking for the clear, doesn't connect. Darth Pepe off the corner, no one there in the backfield, and Clemson's going to put in a 3rd goal.
Boom. Like clockwork, man. I mean, again, Clemson just controlling the ball. They're getting... And they're playing their game, right? I mean, you see in the replay there, UNC Pembroke trying to clear the ball, but Clemson's just there first. They're there playing their game, setting things up, and UNC Pembroke just look a little lost here on the field. They got to try to find an opportunity to strike back in this one. Jinx there trying to get the clear, comes up a little short once again. Fitz, no boost, trying to bring the ball up, actually gets the demo, takes away that full tank of boost from Masal after he filled up, but again, can UNC Pembroke actually clear the ball and get things out of their territory and start generating some offense? I mean, Nate, how many shots have we seen from UNC Pembroke? It feels maybe less than 3.
And right there was a perfect example of what I was talking about earlier with that rotation into the front post here. Instead of looking for bumps and demos, causes the momentum to shift right back to Clemson. Darth Pepe looking for the reset. A huge demo from Clemson, but lost him with a beautiful save on the goal line through the demo smoke. And option for Pembroke as the momentum changes, but Canovo there to shut it down into his corner.
Huge, but they got to try to find, and look at that. Wow. Can't save that one, Nate. Can't save all of them. In the top right corner, a beautifully placed shot there from Canovo. The pass from Masal. Fitz tries to get there, comes up a little short. And at this point, with 100 seconds left in game number 1, that feels like the dagger at this point, as UNC Pembroke almost gets a sneaky one off the kickoff there, Nate. They had the right idea to try to get a quick goal, but unfortunately this one feels very much like it's in the Tigers' clutches as they continue to control the game.
As Lawson goes for a quick shot down the field, doesn't connect with the angle, and Fitz with a 50 off the back wall. Masal there to collect a little bit of a mistouch. Jinx going for the shot opportunity. A big opportunity here for UNC Pembroke. They just need to get something in to gain a little bit of momentum as Lawson cuts off Fitz. Gets the touch, the dribble to the corner. Now 30 seconds left at this point. UNC Pembroke, I think they just need to start looking for something on the board and start strategizing about a weakness that they have found in Clemson and try and focus on implementing that into the next series. As Fitz, oh, that beautiful touch and a huge save on the goal line by Canovo. I didn't even see that one coming.
Unbelievable. That felt like a gimme. Like it should have made its way into the back of the net, but Clemson have willed this shutout to happen. A 4-0 very clean start here. And the Tigers, this is what we've been seeing on stream, right, Nate? Clemson is
Yeah.
so solid to start the season.
Yeah, even last season, Clemson was a very solid roster. They have a good understanding of controlling the pace, controlling the boost, and right there as Clemson drops it down, they end up taking game 1 in a sweeping fashion here. But I do have to give it some shout out to UNCP there. Towards the end, they started getting a little bit of momentum going. Some shots coming in. They only have one shot, but it was enough to try and get a little bit in an awkward situation for Clemson. It was just a beautiful save by Canovo on that goal line. And I'm curious to know what's going through their brain right now, with the mental state, the planning, the strategizing. Are they going to be able to find that weakness in Clemson's rotation?
Yeah, I can tell you my mental state. I'm getting sent to Virginia Tech. I don't know if anyone in the chat caught the glimpse of the exit song, the Enter Sandman coming up as Clemson take control. Nate starts relaxing. What's the commentary from the kitty as the Clemson Tigers pop off for a game 1 win?
I mean, my kitty here is very happy about this one. You know, the Tigers, her race, her species, they take the dub. But dang, Maysal coming out with some fire. It should have been 0, shaking my head. That is crazy. But in the end of the day here, Fitz, he got the shot, he got the opportunity, but I lost my train of thought. But the kitty is over here ready to see more games, as it looks like I'm getting kicked out of the lobby once again. And I will be back in just a moment.
Brutal. I'll take over from here as the players load in. Clemson look to continue having their stranglehold in this series. And the whole team, I mean, you had a very wide shot distribution coming in, believe it was 5-5-3 across the board. And that's, for a squad, I feel like that's pretty much ideal. Nobody taking on too much of the burden. And look at that, off of the back wall. It's too easy for Canovo. Less than 10 seconds in, they're picking up right where they left off.
Exactly, with a quick shot from Canova, great passing play from Clemson, a little bit of a mistouch on that backboard, and it looks like it goes right into Clemson's favor. And right there, that's got to be devastating for UNCP. Is, you know, Clemson comes out right out of the gates with the momentum in their favor, and they got to get something going as Maysal trying to do it all himself. And a beautiful passing play from Canovo. I mean, what do you do at that point? It's a tough situation for UNCP. Fits in that 1v2 scenario, playing the air dribble goal. Canovo ate him slightly to it for the shot in that bottom left corner. Just a great play from Clemson right there.
Brother, talking about the team synergy. Are you kidding me? That was crazy. I know you try not to encourage double commits, but that was kind of sick.
I mean, double commits are okay if they're calculated ones, passing plays and stuff like that. But if it's 2 accidental ones, that's when a team can take control of the play. And that's one thing I do have to commend Clemson on, is they do not have a lot of those. They don't have a lot of double commits. They're very, very sharp with the rotation. Is a great touch from Lawson on that backboard. Gets it clear to midfield, but right to Maysal is right there, a double commit right there happening on that field. But UNCP too awkward and not able to take control of the game.
Masau's going to be able to steal the full boost and turn it into a shot opportunity. AJ with a decent clear, but right into the awaiting wheels of Darth Pepe. He's going to try and take this ball and set up the rest of the squad. Masau comes up a little short as Canovo patiently waiting. He smells blood in the water, but he doesn't get too excited. Darth Pepe is just flying in, trying to set up the team. A solid shot, but an even better save as AJ protects the net. Masau a double demo as AJ trying to respond after the big save, looking for a shot, but comes up short.
This Fitz with a beautiful shutdown on the shot opportunity in the passing play. Gets a touch, an opportunity here, but he bumps out Fitz. 10 boost to his name, and he does get the clear. A mistouch, lost him with the chance. And Darth Pepe able to barely get there in the nick of time. as he gets the 50 off the corner. Jinx trying to follow it up. Off the backboard, looking for the bump and demo. Gets one, but can't connect with the other as Lawson drops it down. Fitz for the shot, but Darth Pepe there in the nick of time, able to get the save, and as he's there for the clear. Awkward touch, Jinx off the wall. And a very big opportunity at Mesa with a huge miss. A shot opportunity from Fitz. No one there to capitalize. Fitz will do it himself. He drops it down, and UNCP scores the first goal of their series.
Ice cold in his veins. A beautiful little situation here from Fitz. Gets it past, I think it was Masao trying to come through with the save, Nate, but he came up just a little short. Couldn't come through, and we're not even halfway through game number 2 here. UNC Pembroke trying to even things up here. It felt like consecutive misses from Clemson, right? And that kind of snowballed into some opportunities here, but misses right back from the side of UNC Pembroke. Taking a look at the replay, AJ no boost in the air. Fitz goes up, comes up short, and then another miss there from Jinx, and that's going to lead into an easy Clemson goal here. UNC Pembroke cannot afford those mistakes if they want to stay close in this series.
Now, right there, that's the type of situation where it can be a dagger to the mentals. Canova there for the shot, drops it down, and brings it to a 3-goal lead.
Wow.
I mean, right there, that's the one thing. You cannot let Clemson get momentum. We saw it against NC State. We saw it against UNCW. Once Clemson starts getting that momentum and they start connecting on those passes, it can be devastating here. One thing UNCW needs to start doing is trying to be a little bit quicker in the air, trying to beat Clemson on those passing plays, and trying to keep that pressure on Clemson, even on the defensive half. Is Lawson, awkward. Pepe dropping it down, and another one goes in for Clemson as they bring it to a 4-goal lead.
Right, those drop-down shots, those kinds of opportunities, Clemson able to capitalize, but it also feels like it's really hard to defend those. I mean, you got to be in the perfect position. Feels like you're asking the defenders, like, can you pull off a slushy save, or is this kind of going in? Because really tough to try and keep that shot out of the back of the net. As Clemson starts cooking, it was 1-2 just about 30 seconds ago, Nate, that they have turned the game all over, and they've extended their lead from just 1 goal up to 4 now in just such a quick span of time.
Exactly, with Canova getting a quick touch, a 50 from Lawson to center field, but Mace out there to collect, dropping it down to Pepe, a beautiful passing play. Now Lawson trying to get a touch, Fitz goes for the 50, a midfield play, a huge demo, this is an opportunity, but Pepe gets it in time, connects on the save, clearing it outside as Mace out, touches it off the wall. No boost to his name, goes for the pass midfield, over Lawson, over Fitz, no, Fitz gets the touch to the corner.
And the Clemson shot placement has just been absurd. Like, even if the balls aren't there, there haven't been very many misses from the Tigers. As there's their close one. Masao unfortunately didn't have someone there to come through at the right angle. He's going to try to set it up in the middle of the field. Canovo chasing it, getting the boost, going up in the air. Darth Pepe's there, though, to help things out as well. No boost left. Mason trying to set things up. Can he get it? Dribbling in past the defenders. I mean, just shaking your head. That is some crazy high-level Rocket League play here as he just breaks some ankles, breaks some axes, I guess. And he's going to extend the Clemson lead here.
That type of situation, it was a beautiful fake from Mesa. You can see both the defenders going up the backboard here. The shot opportunity, Lawson with a beautiful touch. But with both defenders on the backboard, another one from Mesa. Jinx able to get it out. I can't even say what I'm trying to say. As Lawson gets to clear to the corner. Pepe gets one more touch down there. Fitz looking for the play downfield, but Pepe cuts it off from underneath. A beautiful touch from Pepe. Clemson trying to get one going. Lawson up on the touch from Canovo. Trying to follow it up, trying to read Pepe, gets the touch off of Pepe, but Pepe with the recovery gets the clear. Now Jinx in a 1v1 situation. This is very dangerous, but connects with a boost. Mesa there for the shot off the backboard. And Lawson gets the touch off the corner here. And UNCP looks like they might have to start thinking about game 3.
Are you sure, Nate? What makes you say that? Just messing. Yeah, this one, the cherry on top. Canovo's gonna kind of Brazil us here, I believe. 7-1. Not at the end of the game, but here Canovo's gonna extend that lead. And we're already thinking about game number 3 here. 17 seconds left. UNC Pembroke got to go back to the drawing board here a little bit. Shout out to, I mean, they found the back of the net in this one. And Darth Pepe going to just look for the clears. Clemson, I think, going to try to greed out, trying to get one more goal here. But Loston's just going to push it away. Mesau's just racking up the demos. He's playing for stats here. Clemson's going to get it on the ground. And that is going to do it. The first look predictions here looking pretty good as we take another look at the shots. One shot again. One shot, one goal, 100% success rate here for Pembroke, but not going to do them any favors here as close, tough L here. They got one more game to try and make it work as we're going to transition back. Nate's got a special guest here joining us here on the stream, supporting the Tigers. Just a bit of a biased caster, I think the Nate Cat would be.
Definitely a biased caster here, but one thing I do have to say is for UNC Pembroke, they had a good display on some of those things. I think one thing they're definitely lacking a little bit in is those coordinated touches. They're starting to control a lot of They're controlling a lot of the saves. They're getting them to their corners, but they're not making useful touches to the point where they can follow it up and try and get those plays with each other. They're trying to set each other up. And one thing Clemson is very good at is dominating the boost game, dominating the pace of play. So you got to find a way to capitalize to where you can turn the tide. You got to control it to where you can get the bumps and demos. You got to make it awkward for Clemson, control the midfield, cut off the passing lanes, but you got to calm it through. You can't go through and start double committing because Clemson will take advantage very rapidly.
Yeah, exactly. And not only are they able to take advantage of some of the misses, coordinate those offensive plays, it all happens so quick as we get into potentially the final match of the night. UNC Pembroke hoping to get on the board here, hoping to get some offense, combined 2 shots in the first 2 games. Remind me of I got a lot of Carolina Panthers references, Nate. Don't worry, I'm here all night, but it reminded me a little bit of the Panthers offense here is they got to get rolling. They got to find the red rifle to come through and generate some offense for them. Who's it going to be?
I think their best bet right now is going to be Fitz. Is Mesa looking for the clip of the double. Doesn't connect a wide open net. And UNCP might take the first game. Come on! Let's go! Let's go, UNCP. Got the first goal of the game. That could be the momentum changer right there. Taking those opportunities, making the best of them. Fitz comes through with the read, notices it's an open net, takes his time and doesn't panic. That's going to be those type of game changers here is you got to capitalize on.
Huge. UNC Pembroke will take that for their first lead of the series, coming in clutch. Let's see how Clemson responds, how UNC Pembroke responds as well. Are they able to keep the ball rolling? Big clear. Canovo, so patient in the midfield. He waits, he makes sure he doesn't overcommit. I feel like he's a rock for this Clemson squad, making sure that they don't lose too many opportunities as Fitz. He had that early goal. He has a big save to follow it up. Already 250 score.
Absolutely, with a scoring opportunity barely missed from Clemson here as UNCP takes advantage. Lost it, looking for the touch, doesn't connect. Fitz needs to get this touch off the backboard. The shot from Darth Pepe off the crossbar and lost it. Gets the touch up here. Darth Pepe looking for the play midfield. Connects, no one there. Jinx gets one touch, but Canova reads it. Fitz there to follow it up. Opportunity here from UNCP as Darth Pepe gets it clear. Fitz there to stop it. A bump from Jinx and Loston there for the quick challenge.
Fitz looking for more, trying to get this offense rolling. Can't find a demo on any defender. Darth Pepe gets a big full boost here as the Tigers maybe try to look to turn this into some offense, but they can't quite find the opportunity. Fitz trying to get the shot from above. They can't quite get it. The 50-50 goes Clemson's way, and they're going to send that ball soaring into the back of the net. Darth Pepe finds the equalizer.
A great play from Clemson here. The passing play just a little bit too late on that goal line there, and Darth Pepe able to beat him to the pass, able to get the touch he's looking for. And that might be the momentum change for Clemson here. But UNCP needs to shut it down, turn it around as a kickoff goal. Goes right into the net. No, Fitz is there for the save.
Unbelievable. UNC Pembroke have got to be careful. The Tigers are hunting for some more goals. And we know just how quickly Clemson can extend a lead very quickly, but Pembroke's been pretty solid with their defense so far in this one. Can they keep it going? Fitz a clutch save to keep things in reach for the UNC Pembroke squad. Nate, he gets the big boost as well. He's trying to keep things rolling as they get. I feel like they've been doing a better job controlling the ball here, getting some solid clears. I feel like in the first 2 games, it felt like Clemson was just everywhere. As a big demo leads into the big goal. Solid setup there as Clemson continues their coordinated attack. Look at that. Jinx gets shut down. Masow's right there to follow up.
I mean, I will definitely say UNCP is playing like a very different roster right now. They're playing a lot more controlled. They're playing more patient. They're playing those touches to their teammates, and it is definitely working. Only reason that goal really came through, in my opinion, yes, the demo was great, but you could see that there was a backflip on the goal line, and he just backflipped right underneath the ball. So that's showing you can't hang your head on that one because you are getting the pressure you need, you are getting the touches, and you just got to keep up that mentality that you can have a chance to win this game.
Let's see. Less than 2 minutes left. Clemson on match point, trying to continue their hot start to the season. AJ going a little wide. Fitz going in the air. A little bit of a pass opportunity. Jinx can't quite come up with it. There's Fitz looking for the shot on the goal. Who's there to defend? Jinx without a lot of boost. Doesn't need it. Finds the big save. Another shot opportunity, but UNC Pembroke have formed a wall in front of the net and hope to continue defending. There's Jinx, I believe, with a big save there to try and get the ball back over on the Clemson side of the field. A beautiful orange for the Tigers on their side. Big demo is going to slow down the offense there, Nate.
Darth Pepe trying to get a touch off the corner here. Doesn't connect his Fitz. Gets a beat. Lawson there to try and follow it up. Gets to 50. No one there to capitalize it. It goes right into Masow's corner. And Darth Pepe trying to get a touch to Canova midfield. Goes for 1. Gets the touch to Canova, but not enough of a threat there as Canova gets the pass to the center field. Shut down by Fitz. An opportunity for UNCP to come back. 50 seconds left. They got to get something rolling here to stay in this game.
Big miss in a wide open net. Fitz somehow gets back in time to prevent a shot, but there's only 36 seconds left. Nate, it's a race against the clock here to stay alive in the series. UNC Pembroke have an uphill battle in front of them. They're going to be running up that hill. Let's see if they can make it out on top. Darth Pepe controlling the ball. Fitz looking for an opportunity. Where's the follow-up? He's got no boost. He's trying to look for it. There's a shot from Clemson, and it finds the top corner as the dagger is sunk. And UNC Pembroke, I believe, Nate, this is going to be the end of the line.
Absolutely. With 15 seconds left, and unless they get a surprise kickoff goal, it's gonna go in Clemson's favor here because there's not a lot of time left on the clock for them to really try and play out into Clemson's favor. As Lawson gets a touch to the wall, Fitz there to follow it up. An opportunity here. 10 seconds left on the clock. Fitz trying to get a touch. A shot from Lawson just off target. Pepe with a huge miss. Pembroke's got to get something going as that clock dwindles down, and it looks like Clemson's gonna take this in game 4 here. As they look like they tried to put it in their own net, and things are just not going their way.
Game 4, this is only game 3. You got, unfortunately.
Oh yeah, game 3.
Unfortunately, we don't get a game 4 as the ball hits the ground. Clemson gets a clean sweep as Enter Sandman comes on once again. Taking a look at the stats. 1 goal, 2 shots. UNC Pembroke making things at Fitz. Solid most score in the game. Had a few awesome saves, but unfortunately it is not enough to take down the Tigers. As Nate, we get ready for our post-game interview to talk with Clemson once again. Very exciting stuff. A hot start for the Tigers here. I believe they're 3-0. Is that right?
Yeah, that should be 3-0 now. They've beaten out UNCW, I believe NC State, and UNC Pembroke. And right now, it looks like Clemson is on track here to have a strong competition this season.
They're looking pretty darn good. We're going to hop into a quick break as we get ready for the post-game interview. Don't click out of that browser. We'll be talking to one of the Tigers in just a sec. Hey everyone, welcome back to the C3 Week 3 stream. My name's Mac Dewey. Joining me is one of the Clemson Tigers' own Canovo. Thank you so much for joining me for the post-game interview. I think I saw in chat we have Nuts from ECU and First Look doing some clips in the stream, and he was complaining a little bit. You're picking up too many clips. We can't fit all of them into the play of the week. What goes into Clemson popping off here? And I feel like through the first few weeks, you guys have been super coordinated and just off to a really hot start. So what's it like? I believe you guys lost Chosen before from last season, right? So what's kind of clicked for you guys at the start of this year?
Honestly, we've kind of just been doing a lot of scrims, getting a lot of play time in together, building up the chemistry and whatnot after losing Chosen. But honestly, during that game, we just kind of kept shooting the ball and it just kept going in. So, I mean, we were like out shooting them every single game. Like, they almost ended with like 0 shots that first game. So, I mean, we just kept rolling with it. So, and it worked out.
Yeah, absolutely. And kind of thinking ahead towards some of the future games coming up, is there anyone, Canova, that you are looking forward to playing? We're about halfway through the season. Clemson starting off, I believe, 3-0. Are you looking forward to any of the remaining matches, or in particular with the LAN at the end of the season? Are you looking forward to meeting or facing anyone there?
Not. I mean, I don't really have like anyone I'm looking out for,
No
to be honest.
rivals.
I guess USC. I mean,
Yeah, for
we,
sure.
we need to get a dub against them. But I know, don't we have like a bye next week? I think.
Oh, BYE. Careful.
Oh yeah, we play BYE.
Watch the BYE matchup. That's always, you can catch some people sleeping. We'll have to. It won't be on stream, but we'll be keeping an eye on it on the side to see who comes out on top with that one. But.
But yeah, I don't really know. I haven't really looked at our schedule that much. But yeah, I mean, I guess I'm looking forward to any team we play. So.
Yeah, for sure. And just out of curiosity, what kind of are you guys looking at scrim wise for? How often are you guys doing it? What kind of goes into it from the teams? I get kind of curious learning about what you guys like worry about, like in scrims. If it's like strat related, don't you don't have to reveal any strats, but kind of going into the season, was there anything you and the squad had kind of picked out that headed into C3 or headed into college carball or anything like that? What kind of stood out to you guys as something to work on, and what's kind of worked well?
For scrims, we usually just kind of we'll try something new, see if it works out, and we'll just kind of go from there. Watch replays and all that, see what works. I guess just like rotations and all that. We kind of just looked at that. Our defense, comms on defense, stuff like that.
Okay, very cool.
Yeah.
Well, Canova, I appreciate you taking the time for the post-game interview. I do want to give you an opportunity for any shout-outs on stream that you want to give out before we let you go for the night.
I guess just shout out Mesa, shout out Maddox, and shout out Mom. She's probably not watching, but if she ever watches the VOD.
We do, I believe, upload the VODs, and we can clip that and send it if you wanna clip for Mom to shout out as well. We can make that happen. But anyway, Canova, appreciate the time, man. Thank you so much for joining us, and that's gonna do it for our stream. We appreciate all the players competing tonight. It was really fun watching you guys here on the stream. I know we got some fun matches in the future, especially next week as well, so make sure you tune in for that. Streams on Tuesday here on the C3 channel. First look at around 6:45 Eastern. First game starting at 8. We've got our triple header coming up Tuesday that you won't want to miss. Until then, hope everyone has a good one, and we'll catch you next time. Thanks.